Hello everybody, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Wednesday! I hope everybody's having a great week so far. Welcome, welcome. Hi friends, good morning or afternoon. How is everybody doing? I have some, I don't know about catching up, but I have some getting reacquainted with the game to do. I haven't turned it on since I think the last time that I streamed. Cork, thank you for the 40-month resub. Holy moly, appreciate it. Also, Artemir's converting to a regular recurring tier 1 sub. Thank you very, very much. Hi everyone, hello. I hope things pick up for you. Make yourself. Hi. So, I have a few ideas about today because we've had a maintenance. And the pre-patch event is live. There's a new quest line live. I think I missed some old quest lines. And the Warbank apparently is fixed. But I haven't looked at anything yet. So I trust that the Radiant Echoes event is in good functioning order. No issues. Everybody happy? Yes, yes. That's the vibe I'm getting from chat. Let's start. Well, honestly, I'm not quite sure where to start. Part of me wants to just like log into my characters one at a time. Oh no, I don't have remote Warbank yet. I have regular bank. I actually need to do the Warbank intro quest. I decided I didn't want to do it until the darn thing was working. The lag in the event was so bad yesterday. The event is interesting. In game it says an hour and 20 minutes. Insane lag, but otherwise I haven't encountered problems. I mean, that's a pretty big, that's what I would call a problematic problem. Oh, hang on, a helmet for that.
Reason to believe it's a warning of
so
some
what
kind.
is it? What is it? First of all, I just want to go like see for myself that it's, you know, the thingy's working. Also, I set myself a tier token, and it was for this helmet. Now I have that one now. That's good. Still bad in the EU at least. Last 3 events I have done, the final boss is just not spawned. Ugh. I've also heard people talking about no loot, which isn't great. I haven't looked at the event at all, so I'm gonna see it for the first time today, and hopefully we can at least come to grips with it a little bit. Okay, so you need to buy the first tab. The first tab is not free. It's 1,000 gold for the first tab. How much is the second tab? 25k. I see. All right, we'll start with 1 for now. Oh, we can give it icons and stuff. Oh, this could keep me busy for a while. It literally doesn't matter. It's just for me and my own stuff. Cheese! There we go. There we go. Good. Well done. Here, I'll chuck my pet charms in. And the main thing I wanted to do was centralize my gold, so I'm gonna gold to the nearest 1,000 into the bank. I guess maybe pet bandages as well. Anything else that's like really important? Oh, I wonder if I ought to use it to move. Well, I mean, I have one rogue. I could just mail her the lockboxes. I've had the rogue for years. I'm gonna tell myself that the Warbank was what was stopping me from opening my own lockboxes. That doesn't sound right. Anyways, that's nice. That's a good start. Okay, let me log in to Inksy, looking fabulous, and we'll just see if we can get our bearings a little bit here. Big red button and the bottom. Yes, can never go wrong with cheese. Loot's inconsistent. One boss dropped 5 things, another dropped nothing. Spent all my playtime yesterday organizing my Warbank. It definitely scratched an itch in my brain. Completed recalled Lich King again, no loot. They should at least do that thing where, like, if you haven't succeeded in rolling a reward off of a boss, they should at least give you a gray item so that you know that you tagged it. They've done that before, and they've made changes like that before. It's not the first time that they've done something where, and I'm not saying that's what's happening, I don't know what's happening, but we've had events before where it started out with like it just being no loot at all, and then they patched in gray items just to tell you that you did in fact tag it. So we're gonna go back to regular UI. We're gonna click off my chef hat. Should we probably start in Stormwind? Maybe have a little poke around and see where we should. I wonder if there's a intro quest to the pre-patch event, or if it's just kind of like a head out to where the Wowhead's telling you to go and then go. Morning from Vancouver. Quick question: is it a snooze fest or is it me? I haven't tried it yet. I'm brand new. But open forum in the chat. Ooh, where am I going this way? Yes. I hope your weather's alright. I hear we're due to get hot again, but we had a nice little misty, rainy day last couple of days. I went fishing yesterday morning in the heavy fog, just from the shore, but I was listening to the boats foghorn to each other from in the mist, and I thought, I'm glad I'm not driving a boat because they can't see anything right now. I think you have the quest already. I have a couple of quests, don't I? So this one is the Warbank thing. I do want to do that. Is there any reason I shouldn't do that right now? I've done that. No, there's not. Let's just go do that for now. Well, we got the whole stream. We got 3 hours. Well, it says there's 16 minutes left, and the next one's not for another hour and 46. Or maybe it starts in Dustwallow Marsh. Or maybe I don't understand. What about this other one? Should I meet Jane in Silithus? Talk to Jane about the vision spreading across Azeroth. Take the portal. Use the scroll to teleport to Silithus. Why would I take the portal first then? And then meet Jane in Silithus. Let's just try that. Don't mind me. Squirrel brain. You wait 1 hour and 30 minutes for 3 minutes of content, and then 1 hour and 30 minutes of waiting again. Didn't I read somewhere that later on in the pre-patch event, they're going to speed up the cadence of it? Like, they've already planned that it's going to take, like, X amount of time for them to rotate now. And then in, like, future weeks, it'll go faster, which seems strange to me.
He'll be there.
Okay, I'm just making sure that I'm not accidentally picking up a BFA quest. Into the Heart Chamber. The whole thing's confusing. You have an item to port you to the quest. Oh, good. You have the quest already. Okay. I think there's a little bit of lag with chat. Every week it goes down by 30 minutes.
We've been trying to
Interesting.
If this is about the visions, I'm nae interested.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe... So is the boss spawning, like, in 15 minutes at 9:30 then? Should I, like, try to make it in time? Let's see. Why haven't you been committing? You've been very sad. That's okay. Take a break. Activate some consoles. Weekly should at least be a daily. Also, hello.
Speaker of Azeroth.
I could have looked at this yesterday, but I didn't.
After all I
was out and about. Yeah, well, ahead is the timer for bosses. Yeah, make the event on time. Very, very quick. Okay.
Let's be clear.
Talk to Meg.
For all of you,
we're on it.
Not for her.
Azeroth, how you doing? What's up, babe? All right, off and away.
What would you ask the daughter of the sea? The Alliance will endure. Hopefully we can revive him.
Khadgar in Dalaran. Oh, she's got a portal. Thank you very much. Do you have a video that breaks down the new quest symbols? I don't. I haven't quite come to grips with them myself yet.
Directly with Azeroth.
Maybe there's a legend somewhere. That's a good question. Hello.
What have you done to yourself this time?
In the Dalaran Visitor
You may take
Center.
You'll likely find Dagran with his nose in a book.
We all need them.
It's why he insisted
Glad
we
I'm
come
not
to
the only one
Dalaran.
struggling. Over in 12 minutes and the boss doesn't spawn.
But I chose to stay with the Dark Irons.
That's not Brian, that's Magnum. Get my dwarves all mixed up.
But in love, whatever your intentions were, my husband died. Because of you. I hated you for taking him from me. My anger built a wall neither of us could ever get through.
Alright, well you know, hash that out. I'm gonna be next door trying to find the correct dwarf. This is the jewelry shop. I'm in the gift shop. This is not correct. Visitor center, there we go. Hello, how you doing?
Have you seen these new tomes, Uncle Bran? I hope Grandad's alright. I never got to spend much time with him.
Don't worry, lad.
Ignore the pre-patch event, excited about the reward. Seems better to just wait a little. It sounds like it will be... like it maybe needs a little bit of ironing out. That was one of the excuses I gave to myself as to why I didn't log on yesterday, as I was thinking these things are always busted for the first day or two. And usually there's some like hot fixes or even sometimes like structural changes that get patched into the event really early. And it'll make more sense to just, you know, learn the later version and not worry about
We will defend Azeroth.
Go to the portrait room, use a glowing portal. Once it begins, kill the area boss.
Mindful of your duty.
Alright. I'm going to the portrait room. There's a lot of portals. That's a rift. This guy's the vendor.
My goods.
This one has a label on it. That's Searing Gorge. Okay, so that's nice. We don't have to get ourselves there. Still in Mopland. Tons of stuff to do in Remix still. Yeah. The map has a legend. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, for the quest icons. Radiant Echoes have subsided. But it didn't... Alright, well, let's pick up this. This must be a weekly.
I live to serve.
Remembered Firelord slain. Defeat Remembered Ragnaros during a Radiant Echoes event. So it sounds like he's like gone already? Question mark? And then in 11 minutes it starts in Dustwallow, but like... Okay, so we can farm the currency then. I don't know how quickly we can farm the currency, or how much it's worthwhile to do this rather than just wait for the bosses to spawn. But it seems that it can be done. Slowly. Bosses get killed 5 minutes into the event. Oh. Well, that's a bit funny. So the next one that starts... Oh, I see. So I'm too late for this one, but I'll be on time for the next one if I go there, you know, with like 5 minutes to spare. Farming is not worth it. Oh, okay. I haven't looked at the prices yet. It looks like I'm up. How many am I up? 9. Okay. How many do I need? 333,000. Okay. Starting to see what you're saying. Do these memories drop anything else, I guess is my next question. Or is it just the currency? Items can drop. It's only 1 memory per mob. Okay. Just currency. Okay, these guys will never spit out. They drop daily active fusion. These guys are never going to spit out like a piece of loot then. Bosses give more than 2k. Okie dokie. Alright. 10 minutes. This is going to be right on top of the big dig. Deary me. Well, you know what I could do for 10 minutes?
Greetings, sir.
Also, there must be a portal back. That's where the Firelord would have been. There's the portal. Oh, they do put it on the map. That's nice. I was going to forget where it was. Items for the heirloom can drop, but it's really rare. Okay. Do those heirloom items also drop from the boss? Or must you farm them from the mobs? I'm brand new, so I'm still getting to grips with it. You can do the quest with every character. So this gives you 1.5k residual memories. And those are directly warband transferable, no penalty, it looks like, hopefully. 6 per boss, 1 from each objective. Have not seen one from the mobs in between. If you're on a full server, can't move at the event zones. Sounds like pray, complain on the forums, or take a break until it smooths out and gets fixed. There's not a whole lot you can do on your end for that. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? Good morning or afternoon or evening. I was meaning to go... Oh, there's not enough time. Especially if there's an hour and a half between boss events. I really ought to just hang out and just chill for 9 minutes. And then go to Dustwallow Marsh and worry about... And then go to Dustwallow Marsh and worry about the next one. Because if I go and try and do too much in the meantime, I'm going to miss it. And then where am I going to be? Nowhere. These 2 characters I feel like I'm not going to level, because if I was going to do it, I would have done it by now. Same thing with Wormbin, but Wormbin's such a great name. Justice for Wormbin. She's got tons of account-bound gear that I honestly don't really want to stick in the bank just yet, because the last thing I want to do is fill up my main Warbank tab. Let me take a look, though. Check the boss spawn point first. The text on the screen is sometimes inaccurate. Completed an event. Well, it told me to go back to Dalaran. Oh, okay. I'll try and remember that. That's good. All right, so I only have 6 gold here, so she's not sitting on tons of gold. Her Hearthstone takes her to Razor Hill. I'm not gonna worry about that. She can just stay here. I do love how cute and tiny your hunter pet is. I was watching a stream yesterday and I missed my only chance for the boss by like 1 or 2 minutes. Oh. Well, I'm sure that Blizzard's monitoring all of this. I guess the open question is how much and how quickly can they fix? Akalos Tales, thank you very much for 5 gift subs. Very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, appreciate it. Thanks for the gift sub. Congratulations to everybody who got one. Alright, so we have, this character's got not that much gold, like 700. She might get a little bit more if she sells some of the stuff that she's got on her. I haven't unlocked the portable Warbank spell yet, so I'm just gonna slap her back to town real quick. Wouldn't that feel kind of bad? Because that would mean a 90-minute wait. My understanding is that's where it's at right now, but I think I'm missing some context. This boss is spawning every hour and a half. Insane. Feels like they don't respect our time.
Champion, preparations have been made.
Happy warbands are unlocked, but I'm upset landfall reputation is broken. Oh. Okay, let's do this. I got a 1,000 gold to put in the warbank. I'm mainly excited to just... I don't need a 402 ring, do I? I do need a 402 ring. Sure, why not? Just wanting to get as much wealth as possible. Oh man, it's weird to me that skywriting on druid form kind of freaks me out because I press spacebar once and I expect to take off and I don't, and that's gonna take some getting used to. So let's maybe deposit like another 1,000 gold, and now I have 3,000 gold.
Don't be a stranger.
Wow. Mograin's trying to get your character into the shadow. Warbank tabs are the first reason I've wanted to farm gold in years. A little frustrated, needed triple spacebar for flight form skywriting. It's like magic. Wish we got a sword to lift off. I think
there is a vision.
If you change, I guess I can answer this question for myself with like 5 minutes of trying. But I guess my question is, if I change my flight style on one character to be steady flight, does that change it for my whole account, or can I have different ones defaulted for a character? Because if I don't want to toggle it back and forth, but I wanted my druid to use steady, I just don't want to have to like put it back all the time. It's character bound? Okay, that's good, I think. I'm pretty sure I'm happy with that. I'm learning a couple of appearances just from Grays and stuff. These characters need catch-up gear fairly badly. I guess this is kind of an open question of how important it is, but you know, their item level is not great. It's okay. Seems better. I'm just gonna dunk her gold into the bank, and then I will log in and go poke around in Dustwallow. Parker Druid in a farming zone, leave it in steady flight. Would you trust putting things into the bank now? Hard to, because what if something happens to it again? I'm trusting, but I'm gullible, so I don't know. I think you gotta follow your own heart. I am not expecting them to shut it down again, but I don't know the future. I wouldn't expect anything to, I think worst case scenario, you would lose access to your things for a while. I'm not expecting them to vanish anything in the Warbank. That would be highly controversial. So like, you know, maybe I put my gold in there, and then maybe it's like when your online banking's under maintenance and you like can't pay your bills even though you really wanted to do it that day. We're gonna pop another 1,000 gold. Thank you very much. I like to leave them like a couple hundred gold just to make sure they can afford repairs and stuff, but alright, back on the main. We were doing Tindra last night and people who had normal flight on got screwed. Oh dear. If you're in Chromie time, go back to Chromie, come back to present day for the events. Yeah, I also miss being able to kind of flip between steady and dynamic flight without needing the cast, but alright. So I've discovered another one.
Ah, good to see you.
And then we want to go to Dustwallow. Searing Gorge portal is still marked, but let's just go to Dustwallow early. Also, I wanted to look at this real quick.
Reasonable prices.
There are... Okay. 32 slot Warband bound bags, as well as 30 slot. Honestly, 30s and 32s. I feel like we can just buy those for like a couple hundred gold anyway. We've got the Remembered Griffin, and there's also another mount. This is a companion pet. Companion pet. That's nice. And then you've just got buckets of gear with their own appearance. Is it neat? Is it pretty? Do we like it? Yeah, it's kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of like the Legion set a little bit. The Legion pre-patch event. Well, I don't know.
Your coin is
Don't really remember what that looked like. Off and away. Feel prices are just a tad too much. It is the Legion set recolored purple, is it really? The Argus sets. Maybe that's why it looks familiar. Okay, so does it? We'll have to keep an eye out. I want to see. There. All right, so I do see remembered stuff in the zone, so that's a good sign that I'm in the right phase of it, and I don't need to talk to Zidormi. I didn't even know there was a Zidormi for Dustwallow March. Does it show me yet where the boss is going to be? I understand it's not up yet. Pick up the quest here too. Thank you. NPC is by the portal. Okay. 1,500 weekly. One is with Theramore and the other is without Theramore. The Dalaran portal is like really because I didn't see. Oh, there it is. But I already have one. Is there one for each of the different zones? Are there 6 weeklies? This one wants me to do Onyxia. Or will doing one remove the other one? Each zone has one. Okay. Right, okay. So I'm just gonna go straight there. I don't want to miss it if I can avoid it. So there's a bunch of people here. There was a countdown. Just this text just like hanging out on the floor is new and feels strange because it's new. Gherkin Slice, thank you very much for the 44-month resub. Appreciate it. Alright.
There's no place to hide now.
Give this a minute. Kitty's got a big day. I need to take her back to the vet because they need another blood sample to test, which is making me kind of nervous, but I'm trying not to worry too much until they have things to tell me, and I'm trying not to try to guess what they might have to tell me because that's a game that'll drive you nuts. She seems fine, but I think they had an issue with the first sample they took, so we're taking her back in so they can get another one. And you're gonna be so mad because I have to catnap you. You don't like going. And if you figure out what I'm trying to do, you will hide. So I need to like basically just scoop her up and pop her in the carrier before she knows what's going on. And this is one area in which having a blind cat makes it a little bit easier because while she can hear the thing and she can smell the thing, she can't see it. So if I'm swift and also sneaky, I can usually surprise her. And then she's indignant, but she's not like beside herself or anything like that. She's just like, meow. You let me out of here this instant, and then we get her to the vet, and then she talks to the vet tech, and she's like, wow, you'll never believe what they did to me. Wow. She like cuddles with anybody that is like handling her. It's
no
it's
time
cute.
for nostalgia, champion.
But I feel bad because I know she doesn't like it. So there's a bar. We got six bubbles. I'm guessing that at the end of the 6 echoes. Oh, I see. So they're happening simultaneously in different places, maybe. So when we finish this bar, that one, yeah, one more is gonna go down. So somebody else finish a different one. Let's see. 98. Yeah, there we go. So I got a memory. We can combine 20 of those into an essence. There's only 2 left, but I feel like I should maybe wait at the boss so I don't miss it. People are talking about missing bosses and that being scary. There's a few people waiting here. I also have some curses. I've been shrunk, and I've been induced with party fever. I don't know which is worse. Am I partying? I'm transformed. I don't know if that's like part of the event or if that's other people in the area doing that. That's funny. I'm in a ninja costume. Alright, 20 memories into a solidified essence. I wonder if that's part of the heirloom. I need to pull up the event guide and get kind of refreshed here. Radiant Echoes. I think Blizzard put one out. Yeah, they put an event overview. Let me just refer to that real quick. Players with and without war within can take advantage. First week, the zones cycle 90 minutes. Second week, it's 60 minutes. Third and fourth week. So there will be 2 whole weeks where it's every half an hour. Alright, so here she is. There's a boss. That's a good start. Stage 2 is the 6 events. Stage 3 is the boss. So Lich King is Dragonblight, Onyxia is Dustwallow, Firelord is Searing Gorge. Once the boss is defeated, stage 4 will begin. The boss is no longer available to kill until it cycles back. They can rarely drop additional pieces of gear. Okay. So we tag it. We have a dot on it, that's good. I mean, at least one thing I'll give it is that it's pretty straightforward. They haven't made the actual mechanics of how the event runs wildly complicated. Players who purchase the Lifeless Stone Ring will be able to collect memories for the zone to combine into essences and infuse it with power, creating the Band of Radiant Echoes at 227 heirloom. To be honest, I have 2 heirloom rings because I have the fishing tournament one as well as the shipyard one. Also, this is laggy. So I don't know if that's that important to me, but if if it happens anyway, these things are warbound. So yeah, this is 1 memory of Kalimdor, so you need 20, I guess 20 of each. Gotcha. Okay. And it looks like those do drop even if you have not yet bought that Lifeless Stone Ring. So that's something. Alright. I think I get it. More or less. Let's see what I get from this boss. I got 100 memories just from it dying. I got a Warband until equipped offhand. I got a Token of Remembrance, random piece of champion gear for my class. That was BOP. And I also earned 5 more memories of Kalimdor, so we're at 6 now of 20. So the ring doesn't seem like it's going to be terrible to get, assuming that you do this for a while. I wonder if the thing they would do would be maybe to speed up the schedule of when they cycle and maybe take it off the 90 minutes. 60 minutes seems slightly more reasonable. 30 minutes is much better, and that it's already scheduled that that'll be the case for 2 weeks rather. But I think in the meantime, I don't know, maybe they're just giving people time to finish up remakes. Okay, so doing that quest gave me 1,500. I'm getting Traveler's Log progress. I don't need it. Alright, and then it looks like that's pretty much that. So let me grab my chat back. I minimized it just for a second just so I could kind of figure it out on my own for just a little bit. Alright. Use the people who came back for this. Hazel fixed the event. First time I've had it just work. 90's a bit rough. Yeah. But yeah, I guess, so yeah, we're at 2K now. I guess that... Nope. Thought gone. Head empty. No thoughts. Oh, lag is what makes it complicated. Not fan of the color scheme. No, it's Azerite-ish. Feels weird. I felt that the yellow and blue on the remembered mount models looked quite jarring. The contrast is very high. It's not blended very much. These guys. It's just kind of like, it's just like they took like a little yellow glowy cap and they just slapped it over the wings of a blue spectral griffin. And it just, I mean, I guess there's also a little bit in the body and the tail as well, but like it's, maybe it looks better in game. I don't have it yet, so maybe it looks better when you actually get it. Do you think when Earthen come out, they'll update Nefarian again? I don't know. Yeah. 60 minutes second week, 30 minutes last week. You get the Wind Rider. Oh, so you don't have to buy it twice. That's nice. I wasn't sure about that. That's good. Okay, so this is a random piece. Oh, so you just open it. It's soulbound. I open it. There's nothing to do about that. They gave me an appearance, which is good. It's 493. I don't need it because this was my main Tsuchiya Season 4 gear, but it was at least valid for the Transmog. And then I got this Warband until equipped offhand. That's actually a lovely offhand. So I guess I stick that in the Warbank so that I can pick it up on somebody that needs it. But I'm gonna maybe worry later. Maybe in the last week before we take off for the expansion, I'll kind of pick through and like equip everybody from my arsenal, so to speak. I don't know if I want to like worry too much about who has what yet, because I think it's going to make it way too complicated to do it that way.
Work. Remain vigilant.
All right. So I still need to do the Fire Lord. I guess I could go pick up the third quest as well. For some reason, I thought there was more than 3 zones, but it's just 3. So it stands to reason that the next one's Dragonblight. So I could just go get the Lich King quest now. And then in another hour and a half at like, what, 11 Pacific, it should be, that one should be spawning.
Only by working together can
so yeah, it seems like farming sucks. Unless they dramatically improve the amount of currency that the regular mobs drop, it seems like grinding sucks and that you just want to show up for the boss and hope you can tag it, basically. Okay, that's fine. I'm good with that. He's a human. I have a costume on. I don't know why. I can click it off, though. Had my hopes up to use the catalyst in the veteran gear, but no. Okay, so... yeah, I had a like a Halloween costume put onto me. I was gonna go that's right, I was gonna go, I guess I could just vendor, because I don't even think the epic crystals are gonna be worth very much. I'm gonna vendor the bracers that I got. And I'm getting rid of that mace because I don't want it anymore. Same thing with all this netherweave cloth and stuff. And then I'm gonna stick the Defender's Conduit into my Warbank. And you know what else I'm gonna do? So I'm gonna go do that little quest line in Gadget's End that gives you the portal now. I'm looking forward to that.
What can I
and then maybe continue centralizing all of my stuff. So, pop this in here. Here we go. I'm gonna keep her gold. Well, doesn't seem like there's any problem with dumping gold into it, so I'm gonna pop it in for now. Because I had another idea as well, but one idea at a time. I was gonna go meet Blue and her Warband and Gadget's End. Off and away. What makes you excited about the next expansion? Or screen? What's an answer that's not boring? New things, new chances to take on new adventures with my friends and with my stream. Tons of new things to collect. Looking forward to playing delves and looking for new mounts and pets, and there's just going to be a lot of different activities to rotate through. I'm kind of always happy. In WoW, there's always something to do, but it's always lots of fun when there's lots of different options, and it's going to be kind of fun, like, kind of getting my bearings in the new expansion right along with you guys. Tower of Friendship. It's turned into a pirate in the event. Either someone's using toys, or maybe the event itself has, like, some kind of effect. Because I became a ninja, which is a similar thing. Gadget's End. Gadget's End. Caverns of Time. That's a good way to do it. Using ghost flying mounts, very wonky. Delve challenges could be fun. I'm gonna get my feet wet in all of the new content very slowly. I will not, when the time comes, I am not going to rush into anything. I'm gonna be doing like each level, one at a time, taking my time and having a little think about what's going on to try to figure my life out, because nothing good ever came of me trying to learn something in a hurry. They nerfed the vault for Mythic Plus. Oh. Not impressed by the pre-patch. Too much weight between zones. Yeah, it seems like it'll pick up more later on. I think starting it at 90 was a little... They could have maybe started it at 60. No rush, just enjoy. Yeah. Alrighty. This was a fun questline. I've done this a couple of times on beta before, but... It used to give a toy, and it seems like they've changed it to be a spell, so I'm curious to see how it goes, because it wasn't working properly last time I tested it. Thanks for coming.
What we seek.
What a day to be out with friends.
Strong winds.
We're going to make our Warband Bank accessible from everywhere. Rivet's calling it a Warband Bank distance inhibitor until I can think of something more fun. We need a little help. Get scans of local anomalies. Awful lot of half-teleported things. They don't seem particularly nice. See if you can find anything that might help us figure out what went wrong. One of my favorite things about this quest is the fact that Blue has dogs now. So happy for her. Don't understand how delves work. They seem kind of like Torghast to me. Haven't looked into it much. They play a little bit more like scenarios than Torghast. You're kind of... it's a bit of a linear, like a path that you're kind of going through, almost like a mini dungeon. There will be a boss at the end, sometimes there's a boss in the middle, and sometimes there's an extra mechanic where you're trying to do things like limit your movement or manage a debuff or what have you. There are powers that you can find and pick up that use the Torghast power interface, but rather than being like a build that you put together, they are more like the Cobalt Assembly powers, where they're like, this thing's going to give you a ton of haste for 1 minute, and then you pick it up and then you have a ton of haste for 1 minute, and hopefully there's something that you can hit in that time frame. Generally, I didn't see any of the temporary powers, at least in the leveling ones. I did not try the endgame ones. I didn't see anything that was going to last for the entire dev, so it didn't really have that roguelite aspect of like putting together different powers on a run. It was more like just kind of doing like a I'd say single player dungeon, but we can't forget that you can actually do delves with up to 5 people. There's nothing preventing you from taking a friend or 2 friends or a whole party, really. Maybe it's up to 4 people. I don't know. You can take a few people into delves. They don't have to be single player. They can be. They work just fine on your own, but you are absolutely welcome to do it with friends or strangers. But that's a big step. Don't mind the 90, do remix in between. Each of the grinds gives me break from the other. Thought you said Kobold Assembly, and I'm like, what event is that? We have some up-resed, upscaled, glow-upped, glammed up, fancy. We've got glam kobolds coming in the war with them. Symbolic breastplate. Really? Cool. I don't know if that's new or it's just like an old world drop. It's like an old Tanaris world drop that I just never got. That's funny. It's got an auction value of like 3k. Not anymore. One appearance for me. It's so nice that I don't have to send those to a plate where to learn. That used to be so annoying. Corgi power. Hounds of War. I don't really want them to have to go to war. I want them to be able to... They're corgis. They should be napping. And like... going for little waddly walks with their little fluffy butt. Nice, you can sell to eat and get it. Yeah. That's a huge change. I'm still kind of coming to terms with the fact that those changes are like forever. I'm never going to have to shuffle around like plate gear to a different character to learn it. Ever again. Waiting. And on Duratan, the boss is not spawning. People, especially EU, but I've heard reports from lots of people that the event is not working very well, and that sometimes the bosses just don't spawn. Transpositional signal recombobulation. Twins position. We're on a roll. Alright, what is she saying? Dial it in, throw the switch. Okay. The event just isn't fun. It honestly looked, from the previews, a little dull. But I don't know if pre-patch events have ever really quite scratched my itch. They're usually just kind of a method for me to get catch-up gear. I think this one will be fine once I kind of get the feel for it. I guess it depends on what the drop rates are like as well. I wonder, maybe they'll bump it depends on how much you're trying to like gear. Like if you have like 50 characters to gear because you leveled a ton of characters during Remix, that seems like kind of a big ask with current prices and drop rates, because it seems like it's not uncommon for people. I got a piece of Warband gear on my first kill, and I've heard of people sometimes getting more than one. But I think it's also lots of people are saying that sometimes you just don't get anything. It's not a guarantee. They say that bosses can rarely drop the gear. It's not a guarantee that they drop the gear. So if you have a lot of characters to gear, it doesn't seem like you're going to be in good shape doing that.
There is much to discover.
I've learned a new spell, the Warband Bank Distance Inhibitor. Thank you very much. Oh, I have pants. Crochet pants. What's the bet that they don't look like crochet? Well, they look like my crochet. I was going to come out and say, I hate the pre-patch event. No, thank you. Is it worth it to pay for the heroic version for the Stormrider mount? If you're not a collector, the mount wouldn't have a ton of value for you. The Epic Edition has the early access, and that's the big selling point. I have a billion mob characters to gear. Yeah. Catch up so unbelievably easy in Dragonblight. Plus, like, the new when the War Within is here, we're gonna get new gear while we're questing. It's not like you're gonna be in an ungeared character and you're gonna be like, oh no, I can't do the quest. Like, you'll, you know, worst case scenario, you kill a little slow. It'll be fine. You'll get gear as you're leveling. So I think that I'm gonna try and collect as many things as I can from it. I might just fly up there to take the portal back to Dalaran, actually. That might be kind of nice. But I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to get like full sets of gear for all of my characters or anything. I might try to get gear for, I don't know, the characters that I'm worried about are mainly characters that already have some amount of gear, although not 480 gear. But does it matter? Not really. I've heard there are some issues with the Landfall campaign right now. I don't have personal experience with it, but you're not the only person to mention problems with it. Lauren Owens, thank you for the 5 gift subs, appreciate it. And a 2-month resub, thank you very much. Grasp those who picked them up. Oh, fancy today. Alright, let's pop back in the portal so that she can kind of wait for the Dragonblight thing. Is it harsh in saying the event is plain and uninteresting? That's your opinion. That is perfectly fine. We can speak harshly about game features and events. I heard that some gnome like to be ungeared in the wild, and others play in their pajamas. Don't mind me just like swooping back and forth past the portal. Dustwallow bugged on my server and Nixie won't spawn. Yeah, they really need to get that sorted. That's pretty rough. Okay, so she's gonna wait. I've unlocked my distance inhibitors. So in the general tab, we have a 2-hour cooldown, presumably 2 hours per character. I'm going to stick it on the bar. Maybe like on my sidebar or something, somewhere where I'm going to remember it. And it says allowing for withdrawals and deposits for 10 minutes. Okay. Come on, guys, this pre-patch is the best thing this week. That's where we're in the hype. It's not really affecting my own excitement for the War Within, but that's just because it's just kind of, I don't know, it's a pre-patch event. They are what they are. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to make excuses for it. I'm not in love with it either, but it seems like it's gonna do the job. They just need to get it functioning a little bit better, maybe work on the lag a little bit, and then later on when the cadence speeds up, which they already have planned and scheduled, that'll help as well. I was centralizing my gold. That's what I was doing. So I had made it up to Honeyplum. So this character doesn't even need to go back to the bank because I have my portal now. So I'm gonna stick her gold in the Warbank. I also may as well see if Caracas up. Pre-patch events, not that serious. I guess there are a few other things that are on live that I could consider working on as well.
We must ask.
I am really close. Oh, I was gonna get, actually, I forgot. Oh, she only has 500 gold anyway. There's like no point in me dumping anything there. I was really close to getting the Azerothian Archives title. And I also wanted to get out of the vault, out of the Scara vault, I wanted to get a new bear, a stuffed bear, because they turned it into a toy, but I didn't hang on to one, so I need another one so I can have the stuffed bear toy. I'm not even really a toy person, but it's I know if I don't get it now, I'm basically never going to remember to go back and get it. But first, combining my gold. Would you like to do a +8 for some gear? I think I'm done with keys for this season. Launched in 22nd, ends up being a bugged mess. Then I'll come play. I used all the bears I had. Alright, this character I've also seemingly already moved her gold, if she indeed had any.
Meet me in Silithus. We must ask Azeroth's speaker what this vision means.
I've already done this quest. I don't want to do it again. Although, maybe there's benefit to rotating alts through the event so that you can, do the, if you can do the weeklies on multiple characters,
If you find anything exotic,
then it would make sense to kind of do each boss once per week on each character and then just kind of work down the list to get that 1500 every time. If that's how it works. Not 100% sure. Combined my gold yesterday and it felt amazing. Only bummed Rhett didn't get the new talents. Warband Miser, you can set a minimum gold to keep in your characters. Rest will go in the Warbank. Very helpful. Okay. I'll try and keep that in mind if down the road. I don't wanna load up too heavy on add-ons just yet. Action bar. See how onerous it is to manage on my own first. She has no gold anyway. She's broke. Well, at least she looks great. I must have already done more combining than I thought. I think it was because I was shopping off the vendor that's by the Black Market Auction House, so I already maybe moved a little bit of gold. My cursed keepsake seems to disappear when I switch characters. Can you power level from 10 solely from max level tunes? I need more context. What do you mean by power level? Do you mean remix leveling? Do you mean leveling in the War Within?
Experiencing visions
What do you mean?
of a radiant song all across
Last week's
Azeroth.
vendor prices from the Legacy raids. Let me buy something from the BMOB vendor.
It's a warning
Sad they
of some
nerfed it.
kind.
Oh, is it
Meet me
nerfed
in
already?
Silithus.
I should have done more last week.
Perhaps Azeroth's speaker can
Hotfix
shed
the raw
some
gold
light
farm from
on what
old
this
instances.
warning
Ah, well.
might mean.
It was good while it lasted. Does Boy have any gold? Boy has 5k. That is something. Also, I'm just going to take him back to Valdrakken anyway. They hotfixed it on Monday. I don't know anything about leveling with the Radiant Echoes event yet. I'm not sure about that. Warband tab's default name. Oh. Great for the event. Anything below 60, better to do a fresh tune and remix. Okay. What is the event leveling like? You just kill mobs? Do the quest? Where's the bonus XP for? Did the bosses give a lot of XP? Getting a level per mini event leading up to the final boss stage.
Valdrakken welcomes all.
Oh. Duncan 5k. Also, pet charms. Always good. So fine. Just dunk warband items. It's also giving... Also, some of these things don't need doing. Right, okay.
Our specs keep you safe.
And then remix characters, I'm assuming, cannot use the Warbank yet. I guess I can try just for science, but I don't think that it'll work. Is it just looting in a random room? People were saying the taxidermy room is usually on the first floor. There's no way this is gonna work, right? Time runners cannot cast a spell. Okay, good to know. I had to check. So their gold's gonna centralize later. Oh, he looks so handsome. Yeah, so apparently there's a taxidermy room that's generally, if it's gonna spawn, it's on the first floor of the vaults. And then you just loot the bear inside the room. So he has 11k. Wow. Don't mind if he does. Starter edition characters can access
Meet me in
the
Silithus.
Oh, okay.
We must ask Azeroth's speaker what this vision means.
Oh no, that's Arcane Torrent. Whoopsies. Don't mind me. So stick that out. Gives you a little portal. Love that. So, yeah, that's nice. Under 11k. What if they need the 90 minutes in between bosses right now so that they can work on fixes to make them more stable before the next one? Before the next boss rolls around and everything breaks again. Currency transferable between tombs. Oh, she's got a lot of trash in her bags.
Meet me in Silithus.
Although I think it's trash with
we
the
must
old
ask
prices.
Azeroth's speaker what this vision means.
Make it all go away. She doesn't need any of it. Let's see.
Come back with some better stories.
So she has 2,000 gold. Nothing crazy. But she also has... a lot of my characters have like 19 pet charms on them. So being able to just kind of dunk the pet charms seems really nice. Up to 157k. I'm not expecting to be terribly rich. I've been spending my gold. I typically like to spend down, maybe not all of my gold, but most of it before an expansion launch because I like starting gold making from scratch. It's not a good idea. Typically capital is very good for gold making, but that's too much pressure for me. I'd rather just like pick a flower and sell it and go, wow, 11 gold. I've tripled my net worth. So those are all time runners. I don't think Crinkle has anything on her, but I'll double check just in case. The Warband Bank is up now, yeah. How'd we get onto oat milk? Been so used to oat milk, going back to almond milk is sad. I'm a big oat milk fan too. I steamed my oat milk this morning and then I foamed it a little bit. I used like an extra pot on the stove. I was being fancy. It was nice. I made like a kind of an oat milk latte situation. Go placidly. Thank you for the 19-month resub. Appreciate it very much. She has 1,000 gold. 1,000 gold. Warband bank distance inhibitor. I do like this. So much gold they have when you hover over the character. Oh! Let me take a look at that. Best thing about the new expansion, Druid can now have Dragonblight form. Worst thing is, no new Druid forms. Yeah. I just really like the way oat milk is in coffee. That's what I buy it for, is I buy it for coffee. I'm not vegan, so I still use dairy milk in things. but I prefer, like, I buy oat milk just for coffee because I like it better than dairy milk, even given the option. Okay, so Nightflame has 700 gold. So Lixia's got 200 gold, but I should probably pop in on her anyways. Shellfish has 11k, but he's a time runner. Alright, so it looks like I pretty much... Oh, Barnacle still has some gold. I've pretty much done it, but I will check in. I'm getting a little away from myself, but first of all... Well, not first of all, but for the moment. Let's go pop in the vault and see if there's a bear. Excuse me, knock knock.
Meet me in Silithus. Perhaps Azeroth's speaker can shed
This is
some
one good
light
reason
on what this
that
warning
this is
might
one reason
mean.
why I'm glad I kept all my keys. So from what I was checking yesterday, or not yesterday, but the last time I was in here, the anomaly detector is really good for figuring out if there are the books for the achievement and where they are, because those will show through the walls. But the bear is kind of just doesn't really show up on it. Or maybe it didn't show up because it wasn't there, but I think I'm going to have to just open... My plan is to just open all the ground floor doors and hope that it's there. I don't remember it being very rare, so I don't think this should be awful. But we might have to check for a couple days or weeks or however often this resets. Which Drakthir class are you excited for? Honestly, I'm not a big Drakthir person. I mained this character. I mained an Evoker for 2 seasons, and I loved Evoker, but I stopped playing for 2 reasons, and one of which was that I didn't want to be a Drakthir anymore. I missed being a character that wasn't an enormous lizard. It just didn't speak to me. I like Visage Form, and you can do things in Visage Form, and yeah, if they can be like a mage or a warrior, maybe they can spend more time outside of Visage Form, but it just wasn't worth for me. And then the other reason I quit was because my legendary would not drop, and I didn't want to farm it anymore. We got the best name for a dwarf with a dark beard? Dark beard. Rasputin. Is this a lot of gold? Yeah. A little bit. I'll take whatever I can get. Sad people requested coconut soy or almond milk for their hot lattes when I was a barista. Don't like having to try to foam those. Yeah. Oh, okay. More doors. This is not it. I'll know when I open it which one it is, but I may as well leave this stuff in here just in case. Just to vendor some stuff, I suppose. Can I vendor the primordial stones? Are they good? Yeah, like 18 gold. It's something. Listen, I need every gold I can get right now, so that I can spend it all and be broke. But like, you know, the more I get, the more I can get when I spend it all. It makes sense in my brain. Still have a turn in there. Could never find the room to turn it into. Yeah, this was not my favorite piece of content. I found this to be kind of both confusing and underwhelming, even after I kind of figured out where I was going and what I was doing it for. It just didn't super do it for me. But not everything has to. I'm excited about getting some new transmogs for my priest in War Within. I want to collect, I mean, as much of everything as I can, but also lots of cloth. I want to put together some new outfits. This wasn't fun content when it was current. Yeah. That's my memory of it. Some things were. I liked the outdoor Forbidden Reach. The doing laps around the island for rares was actually fairly reminiscent of it was fairly reminiscent of the Timeless Isle to me. Like I didn't really do a lot of grinding inside the caves. I mainly did laps of rares and treasures outside, and I liked that a lot. That was great. I got all kinds of gear. Okay, so I didn't find a bear. And I guess I'm just gonna go outside and maybe try to find a bear next time. I wonder if I can vendor enough stuff to get over 1k so I can contribute a few pennies to my own warband bank. That's to farm there. There were a few cosmetics. There was like a cooking recipe. A couple of pets. Toy, apparently, with this bear. Might have been other toys as well. It was mainly for this ring that we had that you were able to socket different stones into to get different effects. And the whole thing kind of underwhelmed me because by the time that we'd unlocked it, it was sort of in a weird in-between patch where it wasn't even that good for my spec in the content, like when I unlocked it. And then it was outdated very quickly. A Noble Flying Carpet. Oh, I guess that was from Noble Garden. I have that one already. So, yeah, there's Bunbo. I don't think
not everything in the ocean is as good looking or nice mannered as I.
Sorry, Bunbo, I'm still vendering.
I've seen things that would scare you shellless.
Man, these bags are upsetting me. Just too much stuff going on. A little better. I'm still like holding on to these conches despite the fact that I really don't think there's any more transmog that I could get. I don't think there's anything left with ominous conches for me. But I just don't have it in me to delete them in case I've missed something and forgotten something and that I'm going to need to go back and, you know, you'd hate to have to farm them if you had deleted some before. Top up my pet charms. Oh. Oh, I see. So there's some warband tradable, like, rep. I'm not going to stink up this bank with, honestly, any more than one stack of pet bandages. I'm not doing it with these rep tokens from Dragonblight. No, thank you. You can get right back out of the Warbank. Rumble foil. Get out of here. Oh, that character is messy, messy, messy. Oh yeah, 1,000 gold. That's right. Someone got a Brutosaur from an unclaimed catch for 330 gold. I didn't see that. That's incredible, though. Tomorrow's trial of style. I have enough to do. All your hidden raid channel was who has what essence, and if we have all of them covered for that night. Might have been the fastest outdated patch ever. Alright. So I'm going to check on her just to take a look at her mission table to see if there's any pet charms, and also to put her pet charms into the bank. It's going to be really nice to be able to use the Warbank to, like, hold on to pet charms. Because I have some pets that need leveling, and that's pretty much, well, maybe I'll hold on to my pet charms for a little bit, just in case there's any new pets that I want to buy for them in the War Within. I don't know if there are, but if there were, and I didn't know about it, it would be nice to have some saved. So it doesn't look like there's any new pet charm missions up. Failing that, I usually just send off anima missions so that I have enough anima to continue running. Or at least we do our best here. That one is a little lower level, so we can deal with some of those guys. Yeah, it's not a huge profit, but they don't have anything else that they're doing. I don't know if I'm going to use that button. I don't want to stick my Sandworn relics and my fractal thought binder in my Warbank. I only have so much space. I'm being cheap right now. I don't want to fill it up with junk. She doesn't even have 1,000 gold. He has gold. I'm a little mad I do not have the long neck whenever I see someone on it. Logged in my druid early. There's a transmog that looks like a mage. Oh. I haven't figured out how to get my Warbank. So you can just go to the bank. You don't need to get this portal toy. You can just go to any bank and there will be, when you open up your bank, there will be a tab at the bottom. Here, I'll show. But you can also do a short quest line that sends you to Gadget Sands. It should be automatically acquired when you log in. And that gets you access to this spell that goes in your general tab of your spellbook that lets you summon your bank on any character. It's a 2-hour cooldown, but you've got separate cooldowns in each character.
What can I do for you?
But yeah, at your bank, at the bottom, next to Regent Bank, there's Warband Bank. You can You can use that. Deposit 12k. 171, lovely. Doesn't like the poses they make. It bothers me a little bit that, like, I don't know, I can make them all stand up. They don't all sit right. Well, I mean, I guess he got tired. Yeah, some of them, sometimes they look comfier than others. I guess they have different poses they go through. Squidgy is really struggling because she's trying to hold a bow and she doesn't have a bow in her hands right now. She's not having a great time. Ooh, this character's got gold too. Goblin racial less useful. The Warband Bank distance inhibitor only grants you access to your Warbank. It does not grant you access to your regular bank. Been snuggling my little sausage dog, Jaina. So lucky to have pets to help us in hard times.
Meet me in Silithus. Perhaps Azeroth's speaker can shed some light on what this warning might mean.
Cavern Delver's gear. Huh. Anyway. Does Jeeves give us Warbank? I don't know. I would guess... I don't know. Actually, that's a good question. This is not here. That's not the bank at all. Looks like she's holding onto an invisible crossbow. Yeah. I think it may have something to do with her being transmogged into a back piece, but maybe it's just like a thing that's a bit broken. So I wanted to dump into this one. Also, what is it? What is all this stuff? Oh yeah, that's right, old. I need to just delete all of my old Mage Tower and speed sets because, like, the old speed sets are kind of outdated, and also I accidentally broke my gear. And then because my new... Oh, that's why Flabby sent me this stuff. I was like, why did he send me these things? It's because I had a few slots. Funnily enough, not any of those slots. I had a few slots where I accidentally got rid of some of my items. I have, I'm wearing, Azerite. Azerite pieces. Don't mind me. Anyways, later problem. Someone is top of the list for Warband gear. She can dunk 18k into it. Speed set early, especially in an expansion. Yeah. Flabby's good people. That was a nice thought. So, I'm gonna be a bit sneaky and check on something off screen, and it'll all make sense in a minute. Undermine exchange. Also, this isn't that exciting. But basically, before I spend all my gold doing anything too crazy. Bear with me. Flabby's Warband Bank must be a marvel. Is there a cap to how much gold you can keep in the thing? Or is it uncapped? Because that would be quite something. That would smooth out a few problems for extremely rich people. So, the reason that I have made a character in this realm is so I can pop open my Warbank, withdraw 34,000 gold, And then I can pop on my Brutusaur, which makes this even easier. And I can buy...
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Because this realm, Illidan, has them much cheaper than my home realm. They're like 100k each on my Lightbringer. And because there just happens to be a lot of them here, the price is much lower. And that is one of the pets that I needed from the Zeret Caverns that I did not have it in me to farm anymore. And now is probably the best time to shop for stuff like that because they're only going to get rarer because who's farming those things anymore? Brave people. So there we go. There's one pet that I wanted. Let me see it. Is it cute? Yeah. It's something. So I can delete that character now. She's finished. And there's another one that I want to look for as well. Nice, okay. So I'll show you how I'm doing this just in case it's vaguely risky, but I'll show you how I'm doing this. Margaret, thank you for the 22-month resub. So basically, there's a pet that I want, right? And you know the name of the pet. And you know it's like kind of expensive on your server. And we can move our gold around very easily with the Warbank now. So what we're going to do, oh, that's funny, I already had one to cap on, is we're going to look up the pet on the Underlight Exchange. So in this case, I'm searching for the Teardrop Moth. I can see it's 90k on Lightbringer. There's also none in stock, but there's some cheaper ones around. You scroll down, and you filter by price, and then you scroll until you find one that has stock. So in this case, that's how you find the realm. You look at your realm name, and then you go and make a character in that realm, and then you buy it. That's pretty much it. You pull your gold and you buy it. So in this case, I want to make a new character. First of all, we gotta switch realms. Big old list. Going here. New character. Standard character, obviously. I like making an allied race character because they are able to mount up right away. So I'll do another little para here. And then double checking the price so I know exactly how much I need to pull. Obviously, if somebody else buys it in real time, then you're kind of in trouble. But usually you're not live streaming when you're doing this. Dangers for gold saving. I forgot Underlight existed. Yeah, and you have been able to do this for a long time, or at least for a while, via using another character, because you've been able to trade your gold cross-realm, so you were able to use a friend. I don't remember if it was 24 or 26, but I'm just going to pull 26 for now. To basically move your gold to a different server, or, you know, a second account. That's been a thing for a little bit. But now you can do it solo without needing to tag anybody in. Or have a second account, which not all of us do. So that was the Teardrop Moth. It was 26.4, so I need another.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me. Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
There we go.
If you find anything exotic, bring
Undermine Exchange. Underlight was the name of the boss that drops that pet that I just bought. It's the Undermine Exchange. I'll take this name. Yeah, it was kind of a cute name, actually. I'm surprised that one came up that easily.
Have anything ancient
there we go. Those two pets were driving me nuts. Because I was not having any luck farming them from the rares in Zerluck, and with the way the Zerluck rare spawn timers have been, I'm kind of happy to just buy them, especially for like 20 or 30k. 100k is kind of rough, but I got both of them for like half the price of one because of moving my gold, so I'm happy with that. Let me check on my armory just to see if there's any other pets that I'm missing that are kind of like that. I think those were the two, but let me just look at simplearmory.com, looking at my own character, collectibles. Battle pets are the ones that you fight in the wild, so it's companions that we're looking for here for collections. And I can see for Dragonflight, There's the teardrop moth. Funny, Aquapo registered, but that one hasn't registered just yet. I just learned it just now. The other one I'm missing from Dragonflight is this thing from Friends and Feathers, because I still haven't done that. Don't worry about it. But it looks like I'm good for shopping from this expansion. I don't think there's any other pets that I could shop for that I'm missing. A couple prepatch event pets that we can work on. But yeah, I'm pretty sure my pet collection is pretty solid. Kazalgar. Okay, I'm like, why am I missing an alchemy pet? It's because it's not out yet. Gotcha. Okie dokie, I'm happy with that. Good, nice. I had been keeping an eye on those particular postings for a little while, waiting for the Warbank to come up, like all week, so I'm glad that they were still that cheap. Bought item back to your main realm? Yeah, you could use it to buy, like I guess a BOE piece of gear. Anything unbound can go in the Warband tank, or the Warband bank. So you can use it for Transmog as well, but a lot of account, or like, I guess buying BOE gear, a lot of account stuff is just like account bound anyways though, so in that case I could just learn the pet. I don't need to move it back. We're having a hard time deleting that character apparently. Also, it's about coming up on 10:30. I'm gonna take a break and I will be right back. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back to me. I'm back. Character deletion failed. Look, it's my worst enemy. Oh, dragon. Alt purge who? Where's your alt purge now? Now that you have all the pets, are you just Hazel Games now? Tomorrow new trading post stuff? Mm-hmm. The Undermine Exchange is the website I'm using to check auction houses on different realms. I was using Simple Armory to look at my pet collection. How are you, Hazel and chat? Hello, how are you? Okay, well I guess I'll worry about deleting that later. At least she has a cute name. It was really just for shopping. Oh man, it's not even gonna let me like exit out of here for now. I might have to kill the whole game. Coming back up? There you go. Hi. Alright. I was doing a bunch of stuff. I was shopping for pets with my combined gold. We did that. Great, love that. It looks like we're about half an hour away from the next pre-patch event boss, so we'll want to make sure we do that. I checked the vaults for my... Oh, I know what I want to do. Wait, hang on. Yeah, I gotta switch back to... Oh no, oops, my bad. I want to go do the big dig. I would like to do Azerothian archive thing. I haven't done the weekly. It should be up right now. Let me just give it a second, figure itself out. Got a new foster kitty. Arrived in my husband's car engine yesterday. Oh man. Pre-patch stuff going on. Is it on live? It is on live. It is not in time running. Basically, every hour and a half right now, there's a boss. Kill the boss, get some currency, maybe get some stuff. That is the very short version of it. I want to go to... Her Hearthstone's going to take her to Veldraken. We can fly from there. Foster kitty had a bath, flea treatment, good sleep, some food. Hopefully doing much better. What is your cooking? What's my cooking? Like my WoW cooking skill? Hang on, let me book it to the dig first. They've moved professions off of the spellbook. I have Dragon Niles cooking 65. I never finished training cooking in this character. I did it on my evoker, who was my main in the earlier seasons of Dragonflight. I'll do Kazalgar cooking on Inksy though. She'll be my main. Whether I'm Holy or Shadow, she'll be my main either way, so I'll do cooking on her next time. Used to have 28 foster kitties. Holy smokes, that's a lot of cats. My goodness. I don't know how long it takes for them to review cases. That really sucks. Wee Chef Hazel. Every time she logs in, she's wearing the cooking hat. I don't know why. She doesn't have a food buff. She hasn't been eating anything. Hasn't been cooking anything.
Could you climb up and gather some samples for my research?
I wonder if I have any mysterious fragments. Oh no, I think I checked. I think I found out that mysterious fragments are transferable, but I don't have any on any other characters. Like, nobody else actually has any fragments, so there's really no point. Sometimes with these transferable currencies, I wonder if the weekly is warband wide, or if I could do it on different characters, because, you know, if that was true, you could really make some big strides in collecting this stuff by just doing the big dig on different characters throughout the week. And no, it was a weekly thing, wasn't it, though? Because I've tried that before. You can do it once per week on the quest anyway. That's right. I'm answering my own questions. Big dig. For 5k fragments. I am slowly working my way through this vendor. I'm not terribly close to finish, but I am like, it's coming along. It's doing okay. We have a few things purchased here. I'm sitting on 6,000 fragments. I'm not quite sure what I'm saving up for next. Maybe a weapon. Maybe the gun. Maybe getting the gun done would be nice. I mean, I'm never going to use it, but I'm never going to use it. I think at this point, I'm not going to use like most of the rest of these things. This magnifying glass, the rock puller. Maybe I ought to work on finishing the red colored set. It's quite nice. And it's a bit cheaper too. Maybe I'll work on that.
Stay the course.
Is there a staff? There is. Let me see.
Uncovered something new for us?
The shovel is technically a staff, but it looks very similar to a Dragon Isle's gardening shovel we already have, so I wasn't in a big hurry to get it. That's a mace. That's a sword. That is apparently a sword. Dagger, mace, offhand, gun, lots of maces. That's an axe. That's another mace. That's another mace. That's an offhand. Yeah, mainly maces. One staff. I must know if there's a staff. It's the shovel. The shovel is a staff. The two-handed mace people got our staff mug. I wouldn't have been upset if the candelabra had become a staff. I think that would have been a cool caster weapon. But I also... It's like really kind of fun hitting people with it as a death knight. So I can make my piece. Got a piece of loot from the event finally. Congratulations. What are you going to do with it? The candelabra is not a staff. It is a two-handed mace. I'm using it as a melee weapon on my blood DK right now. Shadow Priest in 1v1 situation is strong in real PvP. I do not know at all. I would be guessing. I could coin flip an answer, but I have no idea. That makes no sense, but yes. I don't have the event timer. I wonder if it's still a bit bugged. The thing that normally gives you jobs and counts down when the boss is going to spawn doesn't seem to be up for me right now. The new event rotates through 3 different zones. It'll be in either the Searing Gorge, Dustwallow Marsh, or Dragonblight, I believe is the 3rd one. Dragonblight should be up next. Wish we were able to freeze multiple things. If I have a job, it's just not being shown right now. I have like 19 of 20 clues discovered, but this just isn't working quite right. It's like the purple otters that you're supposed to click on. The big dig? A big dig? I heard there were weak cores going around to track the event timer rather than Wowhead. Oh yeah, Storm Spirits, I forgot about those. Or at least for EU. I don't know if NA has one yet. Jobs haven't been showing. Bought the Terrified Pack Mule for like 20k cheaper than I've ever seen it. The Undermine exchange is addicting. Yeah, it's a good way to chew through your gold. But it's also, I'm sure, a big help for anybody that's trying to sell an item on a server that just happens to have a ton of stock, is that people can now come from out of town, so to speak, and buy them. In this case, the EU Ikora might be different if their event is spawning in a different zone. I don't know if their zones are synced up with ours. The time should be, but the, I don't even know if it is, actually. Tomcat Stewart says timers for bosses. The zones are the same. And they're up at the same time, like you guys just did Dustwallow like we did. I haven't really been successfully completing very much in particular over here. I'm kind of tempted to go do the world quest. I guess we might have some time today doing world quests for archives as well, because I'd like to. I don't think I'm going to finish everything unless I really start grinding. I don't think I'm going to finish everything before the next expansion off this vendor. I could grind. There's nothing stopping you from doing more than one dig in a week. It's just that you get extra for doing the first one of the week. And I could also do world quests across multiple characters. So I could try to like slam out the rest of this vendor. I think they're like 30 to 60 minutes offset. Okay. Yeah, so you would need a different timer then. Once you've done one, assuming that nothing crazy happens, you should be able to just kind of count forward an hour and a half from the last time the boss was up. Or the zone changed over. World quest nulls. Yeah, I was just kind of thinking that. Like, if I run out of world quest to do in this character, I could do world quest nulls and transfer. I'm wondering how awful it would be to try and finish the grind that way. Because I need another... I have 12 of 23 items. I'm half done with this vendor. Kind of thought it was better than half. It's not adding up the total for me. Maybe this would do it. I need 94,000 94,000 fragments. I have 6. That's not awful, actually, especially because I'm going to get another 5 now. It's purple. A boss is spawning. Let's go. But I could start doing this more than once in a day as well. I do need to keep an eye on 20 minutes. The next 11 a.m. the next prepatch event is going to start, and I want to make sure I'm doing those. As many of them as I can get into. What do they do to speed sets? So old speed sets... Well, actually, maybe they've done something else. I don't know. I know that speed sets that were farmed quite a while ago, there was a stat squish that went in that kind of broke a lot of old ones, but you were able to refarm the same gear and have it work very well. But I also know they were working like kind of too good after the pre-patch, so maybe they've gone and sorted it out. I don't know. I'm kind of leaving speed sets as a later me problem so that they can even out and I can figure out whether or not it's worth having one. I was kind of having a nice time just running the instances on this character as she was. Even though she's not all that fast. It was still fun. Although I bet you once I get a speed set up, I'll be in business. So, 11k fragments. If I wanted to keep working on the set, I could just kind of just keep shopping through here. Yeah. Let's buy 2 things, huh? Pair of gloves and a belt.
Salama Ashalanore.
Transmog. Transmog. So, let's... I wanted to check something in the Emerald Dream. Not Belemeth. Okay. You can see the world quest through. I have been really unable to get... I never notice when Clause for Concern is up. I never notice. So I am forever 6 of all of them for Friends and Feathers. I just need it to be up one time, and then I need to do it properly in like a raid group so that I don't get quest progress and I can just finish the achievement. But like, it's the last Dragonflight pet that I need, and I've been so lazy about it. All right, 20 minutes before the next event. Do I have world quest list up? I do. All right. 1 in the Zeret Caverns, 2 in the Zeret Caverns, 1 up there. I'm gonna pop into the Zeret Caverns and see if I can fit in 1 or both of those world quests, just for more fragments. Might be nice to make a little progress on this. Plus, it's, you know, something to do while we wait for the event. Armor pieces cannot be catalyzed into tier. Yeah. I wasn't super expecting them to, just because they're not season gear, but it does mean that they're not going to be better than season 4 tier. They may be better just because of item level than season 3 tier. I'm not 100% sure. That might depend on the tier set bonus. There is a portal. There is a cave. I definitely remember where it is. I for sure 100% remember where the door is over here. There it is. I always remember that. I was just doing the lap for my step counter. Yeah, I've got the Today in Wowhead front page website open on my second monitor, and I'm using that to keep an eye on when and where the next event will be starting. It seems very prudent to show up pretty much right on time so that like if you're 5 minutes late, you might miss the boss, basically. Okay. Is this the legend? No. Map legend. There's the legend. Oh, and they highlight them too. Okay. I think I like it. It'll just take a bit of getting used to.
There are more secrets. We must uncover them, yes? We should start scrying.
Whenever she says that, I always think for a brief moment that she says we should start crying. And because of how buggy this particular location was when this quest first came out, I do kind of agree. She's got a point. The nice thing about getting out and doing a couple of Dragonflight World quests is that I'm going to be working on the 500 Storm Spirits. I know that you can do it with, people have told me you can do it with the Farak Lieutenants. Those give like 30 to 50 and you can kill them repeatedly as long as people keep spawning them. So it's not a hard quest to do, but it seems like I might be able to kind of do it incidentally as well. Another one here. One more. Get in, loser. We're going crying. Oh. Now we need to learn our types and all characters. Oh yeah, for speed sets. Yeah, hopefully we can still put something together. If not, it might be best for me just to get used to farming on a druid anyway, just because of how much faster my druid moves than my priest just by default. Don't understand how Radiant Echoes works. Did a boss? Up again, but it bugged. Tried again. 7 minutes. Location change. It was up again. It sounds like it's just behaving really inconsistently. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. Alright, so that gave me 658 fragments. The next event's not up for 15 minutes, so I've got a little bit of time.
You have wrested another secret from the grip of the past. Well done, my friend.
There's another one. Yeah, that one. That is one thing is the new icons. I'm used to using an add-on to replace the icon of a world quest with the reward, so I can really easily see what you're going to get for the different ones. And the new icons seem to kind of overpower that a little bit. Beacon Raffles. This is good. This might actually give me an achievement. We're after clues. Hello, Mr. Sonic Gen. I hope you're having a lovely Wednesday.
A swarm of moths is drawing near the central beacon, blocking the light we use to navigate. Mount up and knock them from the skies.
whenever I'm watching a TV show and someone starts to cry. And it's like a reality show, so it's like somebody's actually upset. And the people around them are always like, oh no, don't cry. Like, I know they're trying to help them feel better. And they'll say all kinds of things to try to cheer them up and stop them from crying. But all I can think of is like, what if they really need a good cry, you know? Like, what if we just let them cry? And then maybe like, don't film them for 35 minutes of it. You know, like, let it out. Feel your feelings. Don't shove them right back down again. I've been watching a lot of Olympics coverage. I've had that on for pretty much straight the last week. I've been watching lots of different events. And it's always brutal whenever somebody makes like they have a big fall or something and they're waiting for their score. And like the cameras will find somebody that's in tears and they'll just be like, oh no, the commentator will say, they're not feeling very good about that one, are they? And we'll just like, the camera will stay on them for like minutes while they're like visibly super distressed. And it's like, let them have a little privacy for that moment, you know? Like, I get showing the reaction for a little bit, but like, I don't know, leave them alone after a certain point. I saw skateboarding. I'd never watched a skateboarding competition before in my life, and I was watching the skateboarding trick finals, and I couldn't believe how often they fall off. Like, it seems like it's way more common to wipe off the board than it is to actually land a trick, to the point that whenever anybody landed anything, they were like, yes! Years for your moments, I'd be devastated too. Yeah. Do you think BFA and Shadowlands difficulty changes were intentional? I don't think so, but I don't know. I think trying to guess whether or not something is intentional is kind of a moot exercise that is only going to make you feel worse. It is what it is. It will either change or it won't. There's not a lot we can do on our end, and trying to fathom why something happened is usually just an exercise in frustration. But I've also been having a great time watching all of the gymnastics. No spoilers, I was watching a little bit of the men's all-around gymnastics final this morning. I might try to catch the rest of it later. Watching these things that all of them do just make me feel like, man, I really should be able to get out of bed. These people can do so many crazy things with their body. You can move one foot in front of the other and get up out of bed. Oh, a juicy clue.
Today's discoveries are
I thought that was going to give me an achievement. I think I just don't understand that
and
achievement.
Shower all that mud off. You look frightful.
Clued in. Information stuff clues. Oh well. Looks like 10 minutes from the next event starting. There's one more Archive World quest up in the Forbidden Reach. I don't know if I should try and go for it or not. I don't want to be late. I think I might just go back to Dalaran. Arisu, thank you for the 35-month resub. Very important question. Have you thought about your transmog for the War Within launch? I keep changing my mind. The set that I'm wearing now was kind of what I was thinking, but the more I look at it, the more I'm feeling like the sunglasses just isn't really like... This was kind of my vibe, but then I don't know if this is working for me. It's also a very Shadow Priest forward set. Sounds like you're getting out of bed wrong. I suggest you add arms into your technique. Yeah. It's not a bad idea. I'm at a point in my life right now where I need to decide if I'm going to continue with yoga. I've spent 3 weeks or so, maybe a month, learning it. And I need to decide if I'm going to keep going with it or if I want to try something else for my physical activity and well-being instead. And if I am going to keep going with it, I need to figure out what my schedule is going to look like and when I'm going in. Because I think it's done me a lot of good, and I think it's done me some good in some ways that aren't easily obvious to me. But I won't lie that it's really hard to get through the rest of the day when I get up that early. And I know you don't have to get up early to do yoga, but I find if I don't, it's like way harder to fit it into the day. So I'm in Legion Dalaran. I wonder if that's fine. They don't want me to be in Ras Dalaran, do they? Let me see. You might like Tai Chi. Pilates? Maybe. Settled on an Emerald Dream Nordersil Mog for my resto turn. I feel like I feel like I'm gonna stick with yoga even if it's annoying to get down there, because I think it has so much more to teach me. I feel like I could just do the sun salutations and the fundamental postures for like 3 years and I still wouldn't have learned everything they have to teach me. Apply yoga to the day and make it flexible. I will say that I found out yesterday when I tried to do it that I can touch my toes now. And I couldn't do that before I started 3 weeks ago. I was not flexible enough to touch my feet without danger of popping a hamstring, like a violin string. And now I can. So at some point over all of this practicing, I have become vaguely bendier. I don't know if that was a goal, but I think it's... I used to think that I didn't really need flexibility because, like, what am I... You know, I'm a streamer. Like, what am I going to pull an angle getting in and out of my desk chair? And I figured if I didn't need it for athletic reasons, there was no reason to work on flexibility. It's not like I'm going to, you know, try to post crazy poses on Instagram or anything. But after having worked at it for a while, I've realized that it kind of just makes me feel less painful. I just feel less tight about everything that I'm doing. I used to kind of walk through my day like a pill bug. I felt like I had a carapace of like interlaced armor plates that were just like shoving all of my joints into like a tight little ball. And working on this has helped me kind of unwind that a little bit. And I'm still a nervous wreck. That's just me right now. But I think that I've started to kind of pick apart the knotted elastic ball that is all of my joints. You are a master of slouching shrimp pose. It's true, but it kind of hurts my feelings when other people say it. You have become Bender. Get it? Futurama? Makes all the little aches go away, at least for a bit. It's kind of replaced them with different aches. I won't lie. I've kind of traded some forms of pain for other forms of pain, but I feel like the new pain is better pain, if that makes any sense. Like the soreness and the tenderness has been, as long as I'm careful and I'm not like overdoing something that is not ready yet, or I'm not, you know, putting pressure into something that shouldn't take that kind of pressure. I think that the new pain is probably more sustainable in the long term and is less likely to make me curl up into a shrimp. Isara, thank you for the 40-month resub. Do you have a mage? I have one. I don't know what she does. It's really not my class. It gains points with me by being a clothy and a ranged, and it loses points by not having a perma combat pet that has a name, aka warlock, or by being a hybrid class that can heal, aka priest. Trying to stretch every single day and I still feel tight, long for the day that I'm not. Doctor said that working on flexibility, strengthening my core would seriously improve my overall health. And that is one thing that Yoka's been working on real good. Also, if you have any interest in sounding a little pretentious, there's lots of Sanskrit words you can pick up along the way. I have 666 mounts now. Wow. Then with the Korthia Paragon mounts, finally. What a spooky number. So in 5 minutes, boss looks like he spawns right there, kind of where Morchok spawns in Dragon's Soul. There's really... yeah, there's no harm in farming a single memory at a time. Doesn't hurt. Started grinding things for Pandari Remix because I'm a huge procrastinator. Hey, you procrastinated right past a couple of hotfixes that made the currency come a lot faster. You're in good shape there. I think you can get everything that you want. I think you've got enough time. I think Blizz will make the event better for sure. Yeah. I'm sure they're monitoring feedback and considering it. The one thing about pre-patches though is that they are temporary, and once they're gone, they're done. So like if we truly hate it, and I wouldn't say personally for me I hate it. I'm bored, but that's pre-patch events. I don't think I've been excited by a pre-patch event in a long time. They're just kind of temporary chores to keep you busy until the expansion comes out. But if you do really hate it, it's not going to be part of your life forever. It's around for a couple of weeks and then we're going to be off and away into the new stuff. It is very much a temporary problem. Can't believe the 20 level boost alt still works. I think I'm bored is the worst feedback a game dev can get. Yeah, but if they made something really fun and then it was gone forever, then that's just FOMO. We don't like that either. I think I'm looking forward to getting the cosmetics off the vendor. I'm going to save up my currency for those first. Which is hard because I also want the armor sets, but... Well, I guess actually maybe I should just save up a lot of currency and then buy things... Well, I don't know. I know that the things can drop from the boss sometimes, but I'm not sure if the mounts and pets are included in that. If those ever drop. Yeah, we've heard a few reports of people with the dominance or the landfall achievement bug. I hope the 20th anniversary is super cool this year. I really hope so too. That's a big number. I hope they do something a little special, something a little different. Something kind of nice. Oh! A fishy. Big orca. I guess not a fishy, it's a mammal. My apologies. The mounts are faction specific, but you buy one and it gives you the other one. So they're connected, it seems. Even the whale only gave me one memory. Show one backpack. I am using Plater for my enemy nameplates. I have them customized with my Plater profile. It's not a professional Plater profile, but it gets the job done. It's a perfectly perfunctory Plater profile. Wildfire's getting a little too close to comfort. Oh, that's so stressful. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it doesn't come to that. What can they do for the 20th anniversary BlizzCon bear giveaway? Ember Court's confusing. I learned exactly as much of the Ember Court as I needed to get the mount that I wanted. And I didn't even think about learning the rest of it. I came at that event like, what do I have to do to get this one thing? And then after that, I'm done. I'm out. I'm retired. Alright. Don't even understand how to get quests. Only got one? I'm not going to be any help. I've forgotten it all. Should I sell a Bloodstone Tunneler? Is that a...
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least
400 gold. I'll just vendor it. Or delete it, I suppose. Jeez. I could literally fill up my Warbank with cheese, but I guess I won't worry about it.
Come back with some...
I need that space. I am a one-tab gamer right now. Do you think we're going to have a new mount achievement this expansion after Audic? Maybe, but historically they take ages to add those. We can sometimes go a very long time without getting any more. You could fill your Warbank with the ancient Battlefront wine. Hanging out with Gorgon's army. Make me hungry. Thanks. Thanks for spending this time in my lap. We're gonna do just fine this afternoon, okay? You come home and have a big lunch. Nice nap. It's 11. What's for lunch? I'm probably gonna have a late lunch. I'm taking Miss Kira in for a very, very quick vet drive-by just to give another blood sample. And I'll probably eat late after I get back, so maybe I should snack in the meantime? I don't know. I have kind of a light breakfast. This lag? Grumpy mushroom guy. Mushroom Grandpa. He had a name. My brain is inventing new names for him, and that is not what we're trying to do, brain. Duh. One of you guys knows, I'm sure. As your weekend ends, mine begins. Hope you're well. I hope you have a lovely couple days off. Yeah, Grumpy Mushroom Grandpa. Starts with an M. Marasmius. Marasmius. There we go. I just needed the hint. Thank you very much. Where's the remembrance of Dectus?
Rise now.
There we go. Go help with one or two of these things. If I can get on my mount. That gave me 25. It's not very many. I'll go up this way. Remembrance of Spine of Deathwing. I found out recently, off stream, but I found out that I've forgotten a lot about Spine of Deathwing and that I'm not in a big hurry to remember it.
I remember this one.
I might have just phased, or maybe I just fell asleep for a second.
Thank you, High Lord. Now, challengers, I will begin the ritual of summoning.
I don't know what's going on. The voice acting is all over the place. Second phase of this was bugged yesterday. It took forever to finish. Running old Kara fully over and over to try to 100% it. I'm so sick of the chess boss. What's your best advice for chess boss? If you had to boil your strategy down into like a couple sentences, as a currently in there in the thick of it expert. Also, I imagine it's gonna feel real good when you do finally get your last thing that you need and you don't have to do chess anymore. I need a bunch of Mog after it, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Here we go again. Quite literally.
Let's just do Sarah.
My place. Your world is doomed.
Little owls. Is this one done? Might be done. I don't know what happened, but it seems done. There's only one echo left, even though there's 2 events left. I'm just gonna hang out here so I don't miss it. I was asking Witch Hobbit. Did you enjoy the Nosdurmu story time for the event? Can't say I stopped to listen. I'm not a big stay a while and listen kind of person. Pray Khadgar doesn't start talking about Apexis crystals again. Move the 2 pieces in the ends forward. Move the pieces in front of the king forward. Because Medivh starts to cheat, you gotta move the king out of the fire. That's smart. Oh, this is such a pretty mount. I know I have it, but like, you forget about it sometimes. Phoenix mount. Apexis crystals aren't as bad as the mops dropping single shards in TBC. Yeah, but didn't Khadgar have a quest in like the Broken Shore where he asked for like some specific amount of Apexis crystals and then you go to turn them in and he's like, wait, what? No, I don't need that. Or like he only needed 1 or something. There was some joke about how most of that farming you did was completely for nothing. It's just like a quest text. Gotcha. Extremely funny. He forgot what he wanted from you and mentioned them. Don't have his head in the ball. You got a question you want to ask it? Khadgar is... I have an infinite ball. Was it a pet? I don't know why I can't find it. I swear I farmed it. Oh, there he is.
The Lich King himself.
It is a pet.
Memory we all wish
I don't have the Super Simian Sphere. I wonder if I have a filter up. Because it's not coming up unless it's like... Oh, it's the Wondrous Wisdom Ball, that's right. It's just the search text thing. Here we go. Can we tag it? We did tag it. That's good. This is the last one that we're going to do on stream today because they're only up every 90 minutes. We're lucky we got two in.
Will abandon you, hero, just as it did me.
For a moment I'm like, wait, I'm void torrenting while moving. This is great. And then I remembered that's not in yet. That's part of the hero talents. You're just lagging.
I will freeze you from within until all that remains is an icy husk.
Yeah, later on in the event. Next week it should start to spawn every hour instead of hour and a half. And then after that it will go down to 30 minutes. I got 5 memories of Northrend and a cloak. Lovely. Pop that into my Warband bank. And I can also turn in this quest. People standing in defile never change.
Put your faith in the light, and all is possible.
Okay, so these guys sell you stuff too. I've got 4,000, 4,400 memories. Maybe I ought to buy the ring. It seems like we're getting memories to drop anyway, so maybe I don't need it yet. I can worry about it later. Not carried around in my bag for all this time. The pet is 10k memories. Oh, goodness. And for some reason the mount isn't even showing.
Courage is our greatest weapon.
Maybe just because there's different vendors. Maybe there's one vendor that has everything that's back in Dalaran. Main guy in Dalaran has it. Yeah. The mount only shows Dalaran. Strange that they would bother with a vendor that only has some of the stuff up. I wonder if people are going to put together like farm spots where you can grind mobs quickly enough to make it worth grinding outside of the event. That was my second event of the day. We got 500 for doing the boss. And then 100 for... Yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably worth just coming at event time. So yeah, there's 3 pets then. I guess 1 for each area. That's the Onyxia one, that's the Lich King one, and that would be the Dustwallow Marsh one. Plus the mount, which is 20,000 for the mount. That's so spendy.
Thank you for
Although it is the first day of the event, it's not like this is the last I'm gonna do of it. Alright. I can make my peace with that. I can do them on every character. Yeah. So next time I would be doing the Fire Lord, so I'd still need to do it on this character, but then after that I would want to rotate onto a different character, it seems like. I wonder if the numbers of people farming mobs is going to go down as people kind of like get comfy with rotation. Like right now it's so new that people are just kind of like trying to figure out what's good. I was going to... This character's Alliance. I was going to go back to... I wanted to go to the Forbidden Reach is what I wanted to do, but I didn't want to burn my Hearthstone if I could avoid it. Yeah, it seems like it's a guaranteed box once a week per character. Oh, I almost have too many characters to think about. I guess if I just leave them in the same order on my list, I can just kind of work through it one at a time. Because one thing I'll say is it doesn't seem like you need any kind of gear or combat power to participate in the event. As long as you can tag it, it's going to die. That part doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem. Poke and die, yeah. Well, let's go here. I'm popping up to the Forbidden Reach just to do a quick Mysterious Fragment World quest in the meantime. Also, in about 15 minutes, there'll be another dig I can do. Trying to get as much of this mog as we can.
Join us, and we can see.
I wonder if I'm gonna run out of things to do. If I'm gonna end up just like playing Remix in between doing pre-patch event bosses at some point. Druids are great. You can Sunfire AoE. Gildy's doing 10 to 17 remix now in well under 2 hours. Yeah, I've heard that the experience squish has made it like pretty crazy. On one hand, it almost makes me want to do more, but on the other hand, I feel like I have too many characters and I need less of them. Or I need to be able to, I need to just hide a bunch of them. Make them not stress me out on my loading screen. Finds unearthed.
There's still a lot we don't know about this place. Get in there and start digging up some history.
What would I get if I did that world quest, that pet one? 6 flawless training stones. Yeah, okay. I'll do it for 6. Do I have any pet add-ons on right now? I haven't done a pet battle in a long time. I usually like rematch, and I like pet battle scripts. I did the achievement for this. Forbidden Reach. Oh yeah, because this should be really easy. Vortex. So I have the legendary strat, but I haven't upgraded him to legendary because I don't... Well. Oh, never mind. Seems like I have a strat save, so we're okay. I just want to be able to have all the heritage armor. Am I doing Covenant campaigns for Mock? Yes. I'm very upset. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What's going on? Is there anything I should do before the new expect besides getting the weekly quests? Oh, anything I should do before the new expect besides getting to max level. Getting to max level, and then maybe playing some of this Radiant Echoes event to get some 480 gear to wear will be a great start. I don't have any plans to farm bullions for Transmog now. I feel like those items will be just as easy to get in like 5 years when I can run the raid for Mog, because I'm gonna have to run it for Mog anyways eventually, so it doesn't really bother me to have a few extra weapons to get later. I know that's not gonna be for a long time, but that's okay. Hello? Everybody's favorite world quest. Favorite ground mount? Tyvan. Tyvan has to be the favorite ground mount. It's so good. Like the climbing world quest for 600 gold. I don't really have any plan to try to like prevent my completion of this world quest to find the rocks for the achievement. But it is kind of funny that I'm sort of secretly hoping that I'm going to pull up rocks instead of artifacts for the sake of that achievement. I think I still have enough things to finish farming that I would have it done anyway. Feels like Friday will be my world quest day. I'm excited just for a new expansion's worth of world quests. These ones are fine, but I've done them, you know? Plus, whenever they're new, they always feel so much more exciting, and like the stuff you get for them feels so much more valuable at the top of an expansion. Got a Pureblood Firehawk and can finally stop farming Firelands. Congratulations! Just hope they're not broken at launch. Eh, we'll see. Broken things don't always stay broken forever. Want to try to do as many world quests as possible to make gold besides alchemy. I might end up doing a little bit of a raw gold farm from world quests in early War Within, just to help get me off my feet, and also to kind of get acquainted with the world quests.
A little bit clearer with every artifact we dig up.
All right, that was good. In another 12 minutes, the dig is gonna spawn again. I wanted to look at my pet journal to see if anybody needs leveling that's like close to 25. Yeah, a couple of them. So these are my pets that I have that are not level 25. This one's level 18, so let's work on you. I got 6 of these stones. Oh, I wonder. Let me pop back to Valdrakken real quick. They could keep doing racing world quests forever, I would be happy. Yeah, I'm game for that. I believe they have them in the War Within. I'm pretty sure they do. I was gonna check my bank. I wonder if I'm gonna start keeping the rest of my pet stones and stuff in the Warbank too. I should, right, I should. There's really no reason not to. For a long time I had like, this character was like the pet charm repository, so to speak, so like pet charms, stones, bandages, upgrade stones. The leveling stones, it seems like I mostly worked through, like I used them. I should check and see if I have any others stuck on any other characters though.
This has been time well spent.
And then we go to the Warband Bank and I can just pop in. Pet charms, pet charms. They also stack higher than they used to, didn't they? They stack to 5,000 now instead of just 1. That's nice. Used to need like so many stacks to get through, used to need a lot of stacks to stack them up, but it looks like I've got a stack of 5k pet charms there, 1,600 there. Another 500 there, good. I only got the first tab. I am a 1-tab gamer right now. I could afford another one, but honestly, until I filled up the first one, I kind of don't want to worry about organizing more than one, so I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna leave it alone for now. So she was a magic pet, and it didn't look like I had. I guess I'll check Selixia's bank real quick, but I don't think I have any extra. Oh, she's not at the bank. Magic stones. I'm gonna be so obsessive in organizing my war bank. It's like a guild bank, except that nobody else can mess it up. We see your dragon plushies. Yeah, I've got a few of them back here. Hang on. That's as many as I'll grab for now because I've got a kitty cat on my lap over here. There's I have a few different colors of these. Here's the blue one. One of them got a little tiny bit, I wouldn't say chewed on, but maybe licked by my dog. I don't remember if he always had kind of like the tie-dye thing going on. He must have done. These are well. And then I really like the fairy dragon, although its tail's seen some better days. What happened, bud? It's got a articulating tail, but it looks like a joint inside of it has kind of come undone. I wonder if I could just like feel it kind of clicks. I wonder if it's possible for me to just pop it back in. Sorry. Aggressive dragon surgery. Oh, you hear that? What do we... I'm sorry, I didn't expect this section to have so much carnage. There we go. You're super cute, yeah. I was gonna say I could like do a little surgery and like open up the tail so I could take a look at whatever's articulating in here, but yeah, these are all from the Blizzard Gear store. I have successfully, there we go, successfully managed to stop shopping. I think I've had all of these for years. It's been a couple of years, I think, since I had a new plushie, and I think I'm good with that. I have enough. All right, so I want to bend this, but not in a way where I snap it off again. Oh, that's so delicate. I just want to curve it into like a nice little curly. They pop in and out just fine. No! Someone needs more flexibility. There we go. I think that's as coiled as that's going to be. I wanted to pick this up so that it's a little bit more off the... I wanted some space right here, but every time I do it, I snap off this joint, so I think we're going to leave it alone. And then the wings have a little bit of wire in them too, so you can pose those if you like. Basically being a chiropractor. Kira's quaking next time you touch her tail. That sounds a bit like my back first thing in the morning. Yeah. I like these. This has always been a cute creature design. Okay. I'm just gonna chuck them on the chair for now. I will pose those back up later. There we go. 11:24. I'm actually quite happy. I didn't know that... I knew that the tail was broken. I didn't know that I could pop it back in. I've never taken a look at what the joints look like underneath. Oh, I sold a few things. That's nice. I brought her back to look in her bank to look for pet charms, I'm pretty sure. I think I moved all of my... This is the most worthwhile store ever. I think I moved all of my pet charms to my priest's bank, but just in case I missed anything. I was surprised by how few of them I had. No, I am missing a few. Okay. So, battle stones. Yeah. There is an organized button. Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
Light bless you.
Because basically all I was doing was I was taking the unmarked ones to try to work on Hape here. Because I don't have any magic ones. We have Dragonkin, Mech, Humanoid, and Undead. So I guess what I want to do is in my pets that are not fully leveled. First of all, get a Hape back out here. Got to improve the collection a little bit. Get this one to 25. And then I want to see, do I have any... Are any of them Dragonkins? One of them is a Dragonkin. Alright, perfect. I have a huge supply. I have an enormous supply of extra Dragonkin stones. So she's pretty much done. I'll just pull the rest of these for now.
Be careful.
This is from Remix. This is one of... There weren't very many pets from Remix, but one of them is the Astral Emperor's Serpentling. There's just not as many Dragonkin pets as there are as of everything else, so anytime you get random pet types, the dragon ones tend to stack up for me. Alright. And then what about mechs? Any mechs in there? No. Poor Micronax, I still don't have it. Yikes. That's the pet that I've been missing for the longest. I just haven't done it. Ooh, Trishy could use some humanoid stones. This is one of a trading post pets that we got. Warband Bank works now. Yeah, they re-enabled it this week. I'm very happy about it. Four, five, and then do we have any undead that need leveling? No, not yet. Fatimu, thank you for the 23-month resub. Happy Thursday. Thanks for the fun streams. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. I do still I do still do the Shadowlands mission table for pet charms. I absolutely do. Yeah, so I'm sitting on 7,000, a little under 7,200 polished pet charms. And I'm tempted to use those to finish leveling the rest of my pets here. It looks like I have 17. How much would it cost me? Hang on, let's do a little bit of math. How much damage would it do to get all 17 of those upgraded here? Because it's not as expensive as it used to be. So hold on, one sec. Be with you shortly. Yeah, Glory of the Tomb Raider is Micronax. At the time, I just didn't do it.
Off with you.
So if I wanted, excuse me.
Seeing you.
Hi, Leo. If I wanted 17 of these, it's 35. Don't mind me and my lack of mental math. 595. Yeah, I can sink 595 charms. That's fine. I have thousands left over. That's not going to ruin me. And that'll make me feel better to have, that'll be nice to have the whole collection, like, actually sorted. I don't think that you actually need to... I think you can use these directly to Spellbook, but it'll just kind of make me feel better. Oh, forgot about that one. Let me see. Oh yeah. There we go. Now we're cruising. These are mainly pets that have been added more recently. Also, Big Dig is starting in just a minute here, so I will log over. This should do my pet score some good. Cool, okay. My pets are all leveled again. How is the pre-patch event? Is it working? Largely. It is largely working. It only happens, the boss event, which is the main thing, only happens every 90 minutes right now, so it's not up very often. And there's not a ton to do for the event in between. You can grind, but it doesn't seem super worth it. Need to start grinding Shadowlands mounts. Don't even know where to start. There's so many. How many pets are you missing? Well, the journal is including, like, War Within pets right now. There's one more pet that I'm planning to collect, basically. Which is the blue loot from Claws for Concern. I don't have them. Wait, Mini Nactrums? Actually, I think I do have that. I think I have Naxi. Yeah, I do have that. I don't have Micronax. That's another pet that I'm missing. Here, maybe we can filter to only uncollected and everything except for the War Within. So there's Blulu. Oh, there's Honor pets that I don't have. So there's the Bucket Shell and Sir Snips. The Diamond Crab, that's new. Those are some like Jade Tiger's Recruit a Friend pets that I don't have. That's a Diablo 3 Collector's Edition that I don't have. Hang on. Basically, there's one more that I could get that I am planning to this expansion, but everything else I have. What about the Gilded Frog from Neltharion gift token packages? I definitely have that. I have 1,732 unique pets. And everything that can be leveled or upgraded is leveled and upgraded. My collection's in pretty good shape right now. We got it caught up. If you're a lower level character and haven't done the quest yet, how can you start the events to get the quest for currency? That's a good question. I don't know. I haven't done it on a low level character yet. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I have any low level characters left after Remix. I think they're all max level. I hope they add an Ahoon pet. Make sure I put that one in my bank too. At least the appearance is added to my collection before even needing to bind it to anybody because it's already warbound. That's kind of nice. Oh, too far. Too far. So I've already done the weekly. But I would love to participate. Rematch and pet battle scripts are the main pet add-ons that I use. Those are the two big ones. I don't think I have Pet Journal Enhanced anymore. I think I've pretty much ditched it for Rematch. But yeah, pet battle scripts as well. Yeah, Rematch is a must. I don't know how I lived before Rematch. And like, cause what are you supposed to do? Remember which pets you use against each team and what they're called, and then search them out of your journal every single time, and then slot them in manually, and then make sure that you have the correct moves because you definitely remember which moves you're going to use for each battle? Absolutely not. That's crazy. You don't use Pokemon Trainer to enhance the pet battle UI. Nah. Greetings. How's the server like? It is spicy during the boss fights of the pre-patch event. It seems totally fine outside of that, and it hasn't been so bad for me yet that I've been unable to tag everything. I've always been able to complete the event. So I've been a bit lucky there. Yeah, so far so good. I guess that's another thing I could do if I get bored with after this dig, is we could post up at a Farak invasion and see if we can squeeze out the spirits we need to get the other colors of the Storm Rider's attire. I find Shadow so overwhelming, never know what to prioritize. There's so many buttons these days. Yeah, the class guides will usually give you like a priority order, but it's always so much to remember. I used to make myself cheat sheets. I would literally write down on a post-it note with a pen a flow chart, and I would stick it to my monitor, especially for like my on-pull ability sequence, to try to learn it that way. I remember doing the Hearthstone event, and it was impossible to do the Storm one because people spam AoE'd. The server crashed every time. Use the time to level an alt. It's no Legion pre-patch meat grinder. It will pick up. It will get faster over time. So right now there's big gaps between bosses, and I think for a lot of people that's a pain point. Later on it'll be a little faster, but I'm pretty much just going to do it until I have everything. And then I'm probably going to be burnt out on it by then. Even if there were more alts that I could gear during the event, I don't think I would take the time to continue grinding it if I already had all of the transmog and I already had the pets and the mount. My bars are kind of a mess right now. They were set up for farming. I have Holy Nova on my 2 key, which is far too good of a cool keydown. A keybind? A cool bind. A cool keybind. It is far too good of a keybind for Holy Nova for Shadow, but because I was using it to farm raids, I wanted it on something super comfy. Oh, Fade's a great button. Fade's a great button. Fade's your damage reduction. It's a really good habit to get into, to press Fade ahead of any incoming damage on a raid fight so that you are much easier to heal. Fade also is your, like, I'm very guilty of not using it very much for aggro radius reduction because, you know, that's not something that crosses my mind a lot. And then the threat reduction also doesn't matter super much usually because, I don't often pull threat. But as a damage reduction with the right talents, vital. And it's nice because it's such a short cooldown, you can use it very frequently. It was super nice when they first added those talents, because once upon a time, the only damage reduction you had on a priest was to disperse. And then if you were a holy priest, your best bet was to basically guardian spirit yourself and pray. There wasn't a lot that you could do to reduce damage before it hit. But at some point they added fade damage reduction talents. And now, of course, we have Angelic Bulwark as well, which I know not all talent builds take, but I am a liability. I need Angelic Bulwark for safety. It has saved my butt enough times that I will give up other stuff to be able to get Angelic Bulwark usually. Even bigger part of PvP. Yeah, it's good for that too. Greater Fade. All PvP skills have the Gladiator Losa soundbite like linked to them in my brain for the rest of time. She always had such a fancy sounding British accent for a robot voice. Here, let's put down the fade discussion. We're a little more worried about it than I want to be. Let's just walk away from that one. Play a class where taking damage fuels my DPS. Why is the big dig tracking gone? Where is the rum gone? The patch is broken. I haven't had it up since the patch. It's annoying because it means that I don't get any jobs. I don't have anything to do. I'm just digging over here. I hope it gets fixed, but I guess it's old content now. At least the event still works. You can still do it. The tomes will come out as people dig the piles, and you can still fight the boss at the end. Sometimes it's like, where's the rum gone? My water's empty. How did I drink all of it? It must not have been full. Tried the event yesterday. Holy lag-a-moly! Anyone else have that experience? It's still quite laggy whenever the boss spawns for me here. But I've been able to tag it every time so far. Just got back. Did you ever leave the dig? Yeah. I did the event as well as a few other things, but I'm dig forward. I'm dig centric right now. I want to get a lot more of this vendor bot out, so I'm putting a little more effort into it. Let's go back to talking about our pets. What is the most recent achievement by Moose you're proud of? I don't know, this morning he had a tantrum because he really wanted to wait for a dog that was on the other side of the street. And it was morning and I needed to come in so I'd have time to like make breakfast and get ready. And I was like, Moose, come on. And he's like, no, I won't do it. And I'm like, but like treats? And he's like, no. And I'm like, what if I move you? And he like dead weights. And it's like, come on, bud, please. That's not an accomplishment though. That's just morning. What did we do? He's been walking really good. He got to see, who did he get to see? One of his friends. I don't know, we've been having a bit of a week. We're doing fine. Oh, you know what? He let me trim his paw fur. He was laying down and he had his paws kind of like bottom side up, and I noticed that his fur was coming quite far between his paw pads, like not to the point of getting matted, but just it was kind of a lot. Don't tell me I missed the boss. Uh-oh. Oops. Oh well, what are you gonna do? And I had like some little hair cutting scissors. And I was just like, do you think I could just like snip, snip, snip? And I took his foot and I went snip, snip, snip. And he kind of looked at it like, what did you do? And I went, see, look, it doesn't hurt. Snip, snip, snip. And he let me trim it. He wanted to eat the fur that I trimmed off, but he didn't mind at all. He's getting quite good about letting me touch his paws as long as I'm not holding any clippers. He accomplished being cute. Missed that boss too many times. I just like space and forget. It doesn't help that there's no event tracker, but I don't know if I can blame that. Oh well. What are you gonna do?
Greetings, sir.
Alright, what do I want to do for approximately 20 minutes? I did the Zeret Caverns. I did the Fragment World quest. I could do them again in another character. And then, like, send over... Like, I could pull over the mysterious fragments. Because they're transferable now. I mean, they were transferable before, but it was annoying. you had to buy the item and mail it. If I get like 655 of them, I can buy a pair of boots.
Farewell.
If I'd killed that boss, I might have had 600 of them. Who's to say? Bog did a long sit and wait for an entire 100 yards. Yelled Freesher and right to me took 8 months. That's incredible for 8 months. That's crazy. Moose could never right now. If Moose was 100 yards away from me and he decided he was going somewhere, it would be off on an adventure. He would be on a boat to join the circus. This poor character. I don't even want to go out in the world on her with her terrible gear right now. This one's a time runner. My characters are so messy right now. Don't know that we fully appreciate just how much work probably went into making warbands. Yeah, it's a huge change. Do a transmog run. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Warlords LFR, because that's what I want to do. There's some Mog I need in there. The Kool-Aid, thanks for giving that a gift, so. Old class tier must be farmed in the respective class if it drops directly as an item and not as a token. If it drops as a token, the tokens themselves are warbound, so you could stick those in your warbank, pull them on the relevant characters, and then learn them or trade them to a vendor as needed. It's just if it drops as tier already, so like, Legion raids, like Nighthold, the items drop directly. I'm pretty sure. And Taurus, another one is like really old stuff like Molten Core. But any raid that drops tokens, you're good to go. So I want to go to my garrison. That's what I want to do. Now that I've kind of remembered that this LFR NPC is here, I feel like I want to keep at it. Are the friendly servers where people talk in trade chat? I want to return reroll, most places seem dead. Good question. I have a habit of leaving public chat channels the second I make any character. I find them a little noisy. They're places, I'm sure there are good interactions that still happen in them, but a lot of the kind of more calm and reasonable side of the community is in more private places like Discords. Generally, the farther away from public access you get, the higher the quality of the conversation goes. So finding something like a class Discord or a community Discord is going to be a step up from just like a public chat channel. I'm going up here, and I wanted to use this to see what is my all the things at right now. Yeah, RP servers might be better, that's true. 62.1 is currently where we're at. We're slowly trucking our way towards 63. Probably won't find your best friend in trade chat. Wait, am I done with this particular... I don't think I need this swing at all. I mean, I'm in here anyway, so I may as well do it, but I need one thing from Imperator Margok. Because there's just not that many loot. These loot tables actually aren't that big. I need one item from Korach. And then I need something from Tectus. But this first wing actually doesn't have any of those bosses in it, so I can do it. And maybe I'll get something that's just like not showing in the list, because sometimes I do get Mog that learns as pink text, even though it's not shown. But yeah, that's funny. I didn't realize I was through so much of this so fast. Rise Mountain. And we're gonna try and not fall in the hole this time because that was really embarrassing. That was a big oops.
Gonna be a mistake. These puny squishies be the scourge of the Grand. They look like Alec Poodoo. They're gonna look like puddles after this fight.
This guy just called me Alec Poodoo.
It's
not even a word.
Sorcerer King.
You're making up new ones, bud.
Over the orcs at the Battle of Red Spires.
It's like normal. I need more loot for normal Highmaul. I love the ogres.
We'll see what these competitors be made of, though.
I can't imagine a human being doing this voice acting. I know that logically they must have done. But I'm just trying to imagine like a normal person opens their mouth and then something akin to that comes out. Like maybe it's been worked on in post-processing, but like something like that comes out and I don't know. I need to watch the voice actor panels. It's boggling me right now.
For the shadow of Highmaul, champion of games, Volgar! Time to spill blood and die for
I love this raid because so much of it was outdoors and in kind of like these nice wide spaces. It almost felt like a theme park. I'm not a normal person. I can do that voice. Voice actors aren't normal in the nicest way possible.
No, I will show these weaklings what a true champion is capable of. The Sorcerer King? Here? King only leaves palace to witness legendary battles. You honor us, Karga. I will enjoy watching you fight in the arena again, even with your...
Like they're good, not normal. Yeah, I know what you mean.
The pleasure is mine. The crowd deserves a superior gladiator, seeing as the last one.
It sounds like it would hurt. Like it would hurt you over time.
Gladiators, seize this opportunity.
But you said about Kargath not wearing a shirt because it's too hard. It's still funny. I mean, you guys had some great points, and he's probably just like a tank top boy.
Begin. You and
I really should just leave this wing and do one where I know I need the loot, but at least he can mount in here. I'm not even gonna worry about the trash. I'm just gonna pop between the bosses. Doing gnome impressions is one of the ways I got my partner to crack up when we were originally dating. Aww. Good memories of Tank in the Sky, my bear back in the day. Kargath is actually one of the only bosses that I've ever done on Mythic. Because in Highmaul, after my guild finished doing Heroic, it was such an easy boss. It was like really noted as being a very easy boss to do on Mythic, being kind of like a gimme. So at least once we fielded enough people to get in there and kill it. I don't think we've really bothered doing that ever since. It might have been the only time.
All crunch and no gonna make
all crunch and no meat. Yeah, these things vendor for like 10 gold each now. Hi. Hello, Boogie Ponderosa. How are you doing today? You can't complain. Doing alright. I had nice, refreshing days off. Got outside a bit. Went hither and thither. Also got to sleep in a little bit, which is good. I'm still... My life still feels a little messy, but it'll come together. Yeah, I really didn't need any of that. There was no reason for me to be in there. I should check my my all the things first before I just assume that I need loot. The next wing should have, I need something from Tectis. Oh, trees. Hello.
Loktar.
I need something from Tectis and I need something from Korok, so we should, this wing I actually need. How do I unlock Warbank? It should not need unlocking. If you go to your bank, there should be a tab at the bottom that gives you access to it. If that's not working, there could be some kind of a bug. There's also a short quest line that you can do to unlock a spell that lets you get mobile access to it out in the world. It lets you summon a Warbank. Prepatch isn't too eventful. There is not much to do in between the boss spawns. So right now there's kind of like a little bit going on every hour and a half and then kind of nothing in the meantime, which does give you lots of time to continue farming Transmog or whatever else you may be wanting to do. I was catching up on some Azerothian archives Transmog farming, mysterious fragment farming. Did a big dig and a half. Might be my bag add-on, try to disable it. Yeah, sometimes when I'm having a big error like that, I'll turn off all my add-ons and then I'll turn them back on. It takes forever, but I'll turn them back on one at a time. Or like in short batches so I can kind of narrow down which one is causing me problems. Good Alliance Realm? Realm's ultra dead. Do they still post realm populations anywhere? I always feel like a medium realm is a pretty good bet because there's going to be people on it, but it's not usually going to be like login queue levels of full. But so many things can work cross-realm now anyway that being on a dead realm doesn't really affect you that much. You can still join a different guild. You can still buy materials and whatnot region-wide. If you want to buy something that's not a material, you could move your gold with the Warbank and buy it in a different realm.
Shatter. Too much.
Reflecting my life choices that led me here between spots.
Rise, mountains.
Cross-realm guilds are new. Guilds being cross-realm are completely new to the War Within, but you can now invite people from other realms. So it's just since pre-patch.
Even the mountain falls.
Any luck? I needed a shield? I needed legs. I needed legs. We got a shield. That one. Let's go do the next boss. This is still pretty fun for Mog farming, but it was a little bit more fun when the gold was super, super good. I missed that. So for the next boss, not the next one, but the one following, Twin Ogron's going to be just to get to the other side of it. But after that, there's some plate legs that I want from Korog. Kind of funny that you can use the Heart of Azeroth on Draenor and Argus, but not in the Shadowlands. Yeah, I don't know what the rules are. Consistency's never really been the strong point. And then there's a chest piece that I still need from Margok as well. But it's always fun to kind of like get a list checked off, you know, like get a boss off your list or get a LFR wing or a raid difficulty off your list. More Mog is more Mog.
The king don't want to see nobody. Go away.
Fair. What if this is his nap day? Okay. Hi, Hal. Hello, Nordic. I hope you're having a lovely day. Lots of wipes in those two big boys. That was the fight where our rogue had to, on like our progression heroic kill, ask somebody to drop a hammer so that he could repair his daggers because his daggers broke in the middle of the fight. And I'm pretty sure we still killed it. Okay, one pair of leg plates of Arcanic Absorption, please. Thank you. And I got another thing I didn't even know I was missing. I'll never understand how that works. I'll do Imperator real quick, but then I gotta go. Would you recommend trying the pre-patch of it? Yeah, there's some stuff to get from it. It more or less works. It's not gonna change your life, but it's not that many things in life that will.
Speak, friend. For the Horde.
Dogs will. They will. I had the nicest cuddle with Moose this morning. I was on the couch watching the Olympics, drinking my coffee, and he's kind of right next to me also watching. And then he just kind of like, you know, slumps over and puts his chin on my knee, and he'll let you like rub his like shoulders and like his neck and kind of scratch behind his ears for as long as he wants. You can really just kind of bury your fingers in his fur, and like, it's really nice. He's very sweet.
You dare assault the seat
All right,
of
Mr.
Your
Grace Margok. One chest plate of destructive resonance, if you please.
You will learn what
Thank you. So nice when it works out. So the only thing I need from Highmaul LFR now is Tempest. Yeah, there's a currency associated with the pre-patch farming. There are 3 weekly quests, one for each of the different zones, and it sounds like you can repeat them on different characters. So trying to hit at least each of those once a week is good. Doing them more often is also good. And then if you have different characters that you can rotate, I'm hoping that works as well. We'll see.
Step closer and don't mumble.
Got a couple. I was gonna say a couple thousand gold for the bank, but I think I saved a few thousand gold too. Oh, speaking of Moose. You come to see us off. Don't mind me, Lucy. You want to come say hi, Bud? Where are you going? See the dogtail leaving. Lucy, hi. You want to come see me? Hi, buddy. How you doing? You have a good day? Hi. Yeah, I know. I don't have any treats or toys in here for you. It's a real tragedy. He's under my desk. There's all kinds of people in there. Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate just a little dog tail. I appreciate the company. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Moosey, can you leave it? That's not for you. I know, but I'll be back tomorrow morning for a brand new fresh WoW stream. Appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.